Because this is serious mode.
I don't know why that's coming out of the...
Wow.
Oh, it's coming out of my phone.
Hey.
So we're ready to go then, apparently.
Well, now we've been
We have audio.
now we've been caught buffing our views. Like,
So this is like, where's the sound coming from? It's just like, oh, my phone.
You sat there warning us about using your phones at the table.
so
Hey, he was checking. This is a tech check, making sure it's running.
I gotta say though, if we all had it running on our phones,
That would be really annoying.
but had the sound off, we'd have a lot more views.
Oh my gosh.
That feedback loop, though.
Once again, sound off.
Sound off.
We don't need the views. We're in person.
But then we'd also all have access to the chat.
Yes, but we don't need to. It's a distraction.
Just
Right?
don't.
Yeah.
Don't lean too far this way.
You're the,
Yeah, that's
there you
fine.
go. Get nice and close and happy.
I'm in the shot. Now I'm out. Now I am.
If you need to make each of the shots big enough.
Okay, are we,
That's why I brought
are
this
we,
thing
for
to
realsies now?
shot.
So, this guy,
We're streaming out.
we're streaming
Okay.
now.
Welcome back, you guys, to Forgotten World Adventures. We had our session 0 last week. Today is episode 1. We got characters established and such. Tonight we are going back into the grand city of Iskalid with a dinner that is about to be prepared for the welcoming of many nobles into the city, but mostly to celebrate the Grand Master's blacksmith entering in here. He is come to make a special offering to the king. It is a call to do a journey for a journey. Our characters have all opted to come and help with that journey. Well, most of us have. So that's where we're going to be starting tonight. For those of you unfamiliar with our stream, we obviously, if you're here, you know we're on Mixer. But those who will see this later, we are streaming this through Mixer. You can find that on the apps on your phone.
Mixer.com.
Yep, Mixer.com. Not too hard to pick up, but we are there. It's kind of a newer place to be on.
Less competition.
Less competition. Yeah. Aside from that, this game, don't be super crazy about watching the numbers. There's a lot that's been a little bit homebrewed here and there, and we've taken a lot of time to just make some really good story that we can really enjoy as a group of friends. But we are going to get into it now, you guys. So, welcome back. Last time we left off, we had you all at the Blade Master, the Blades Guild Hall. Yes. Let's see. Brolin had kind of roped most of you into joining with Clarence. Sorry, not Clarence. I apologize. Credence. Sorry, slip of the tongue. With Credence to go on a journey to help out. He offered a fair amount of gold to those who were going to help him.
Survive.
If you can survive. 4 million gold is nothing to laugh
So all
at.
I had to do is kill everyone off.
Right.
Just cutting those shares down, you know.
Yes, but we
We
now
had-
know your plan.
We
For those
had
who didn't watch episode 0, you can guess who the rogue is.
Yeah, actually, I guess before we go any further, we might as well just do a quick introduction because this is still brand new, still getting to know everybody. You want to just go around the table real quick? Start over here with Fernando.
Actual names, or we're going off character?
Names and characters.
Okay. My name is Alan. I am playing Fernando Enriquez or Lobo Chavez, the sword fighter who is, well, it's not a special class, it's just a fighter, and maybe a little bit of bard later, but he wants to be the greatest swordsman in the world.
My name's Elena, and I am playing Mittens, the cleric. Same for now.
I'm Mackenzie. I'm playing Why do I do this to myself?
Shalia.
Shalia.
Like Leah, but then
She's
with a sh
a-
in front of it.
a Yagama. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Which is a drow.
Yeah.
Or a dark elf. She's a rogue.
My name is Nathan. I play Key the Kenku Rogue. Cutest little bird around.
My name is David. I play Bjorn, the druid. Rogue.
I'm Tay. I play Calum Arahelia, the elven wizard.
Ooh, it's gonna get crazy.
Josh.
I'm Josh. I am playing Nero Glaucus, the CL fighter.
I'm Connor, and I'm awful at witness protection. No, I'm just kidding. No, I play Fariel the Watcher, the Eladrin Bard.
Cool. So as of last time, Fariel actually had not officially joined in, but he has a date at the same dinner you guys are going to, for those of you who have chosen to go to the dinner.
Just don't think
Good
it
luck,
would be
everybody.
very safe.
I'm with you. Well, I'm with Shellington, to be fair.
Yeah, true. You're right away from.
We also left, we left you. You went to go try and make a drop. And instead,
The drop went great. It came afterwards. It got a little sketchy.
Yeah, a little too much history. So, tonight, those who are going to the dinner, raise your hands again for me so I know who's going to the dinner. You are obviously for your performance. Those others, Callan, Mittens,
No,
No,
going.
we're not.
We're not going.
you
Just
two
kidding.
decided not to go.
We're off.
No.
But there's so many persons.
They told me
Yagamoth.
Shellington wasn't invited, so
Yeah, because she's a Yagamoth. She
And
was
I
a little
stick
worried
with
about
her.
it. Okay.
they
Because
told me Shellington wasn't invited, so I decided not to go.
We should
And
find
you
the guy
chose
with the
not to
giant
go.
turtle.
That's why you went and did your thing.
Yes,
Okay.
it was
so-
also the greatest cover possible to go and do an actual drop.
right. Okay, so you're all in the guild hall currently. Did you decide to go back to the palace?
Yes.
Okay, so you're back there. Oh yeah, you
Escaped.
yeah. I remember.
I escaped.
All right, so
No cell can hold him.
no cell can hold me. All right, so you guys are kind of just preparing for the dinner. Those who are going, getting yourselves cleaned up as best as you can because you are going to the royal hall. And Credence comes in. Well, are we all ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I understand why you're not planning on going there. That's just fine. The rest of you, are we ready to go?
Yes.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
gonna, I'm gonna tug on Shay's sleeve, and Thieves can't just ask about rooms.
Okay.
Rooms?
About rooms?
Yeah.
Currently the rooms that Credence has his room where you were staying with him. As members of the guild hall, there are some free rooms. Anything that's not taken, you can take. It's more of a come
First
and go.
come, first serve.
Yeah, it's not like this is my room. Unless someone's really claimed it, you'll know.
Why are there socks
Worst
all
case,
over
you're
the
right.
place?
Yeah, for the most part, it's first come first serve rooms because members can be gone for so long and such.
So I guess we're gonna find a room.
Okay.
And get some food from the guild.
Sounds good.
Since
The guild hall itself has a small kitchen. Most of the time, they prep food that you actually brought in yourself. If you guys want to, there's some stuff in the markets to go and get some food. There's a meat place and a bakery that's just a few places down from where you're at.
Maybe
So
we'll run into
there-
Turtle Guy and get into some trouble.
I was gonna say I am currently outside with
Yes,
Shellington.
the
Yes,
tavern
you
is
were
2
walking
doors
with
down.
Shellington, who is still berating you for your stupidity.
It happens.
And he, if you guys are leaving to go and look for some food, he would see, at least distance-wise, he'd probably be like, "Hey, isn't that the people that you're supposed to be working with?"
Yes. My advice is we turn around like we didn't see them and start whistling and walking.
I thought we were going back to the guild hall, though.
We were, but let's. And I'm saying because Shellington and I can talk to water creatures, so this isn't like a normal conversation.
Right.
But I'm saying like, yes, but that one's a Yagamoth, and that one's just a bit strange.
Ooh,
No one's
not
gonna
any
let
stranger
you.
than you.
Yes, but one of us destroyed the world, kind of, and the other one is just a sea elf who's talking to a turtle.
Uh-huh.
One of these is less, okay, let's say it's less strange, but less evil than the other.
I understand, but if we're all going together, maybe you should make friends.
You can't make me socialize.
That's a double
You're
Yeah,
right,
I'll
I
be
guess.
dating
I'm just saying, that's all.
The turtle
And
should come.
Probably what's going on, physically out in the world, is you just see this turtle like moving its neck and flapping here and there, and just like snapping here.
And just see
every once in a
Nero
while.
like. And I just imagine that conversation's happening as they're getting closer, and by the time the conversation ends, they're just standing next to us.
Yeah, well, so where you're coming from, their backs are to you. They're walking away.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
You can sneak off.
and they wouldn't probably notice you.
All right, Shellington. I did have a thought though. We are currently broke.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, thank you for the save. Breaking down that front of the building was amazing.
Yeah, you're welcome. You owe me a massage.
Later.
How do you massage a turtle?
Your neck hurts, okay?
Okay.
No, it's quite easy. You
Only
only
is like it's kind of all shell.
It's called a scalp massage.
What does
Pin
this turtle
massage.
look like? Is it like a giant like Galapagos tortoise with like the big like? bull's
That's
head
what I was
up, or,
imagining.
like
Yeah, I mean, he's got a longish neck.
Yeah.
And just a big, long shell.
I can't tell if it's like a giant version of like those little river turtles you see that are just like your standard turtle, or if it's got like more of like
He's
the-
he's a sea turtle.
Or like
oh, he's a sea turtle.
Crash.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, he's a giant version of Crush.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
he would
that
have
one.
some sort of mounted saddle and such to keep
Yeah.
on his shell.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, imagine the guy's probably,
Yeah.
walks about like yay tall, just normal with his shell, so you can ride him. That sucker's big.
15-foot diameter, 10-foot diameter shell.
Yeah, he's probably got like,
You're
I
big
mean,
enough to ride
one
on.
one direction's probably like 8 feet, the other probably, he's probably like 5 feet wide.
Yeah. So like, all right, so we are currently broke, so I guess it's not the worst idea to associate ourselves with people who might have money.
Yeah, and thieves or whatever they seem to be might have something.
You're not wrong.
They
Or
seem
we
to be
get
doing
something.
better than you.
That's debatable.
he like can't wipe the turtle grin off his face.
All right, fine, let's go.
Oh, best character ever.
So he kind of, makes his way with you as you guys attempt to catch up with them.
You should pickpocket someone so we can have money to buy food.
Hey guys, I'm your companion. Oh
You already
really?
took the 5 gold I took from someone else.
You guys
I
do
know.
have
You gotta
gold.
eat.
Gold will get you a ways.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot, but a
But
gold
why-
will get
why,
you a ways.
why would I spend my own money when I know he could pickpocket someone?
Why would I spend my own
Why
money
spend
on
mine
someone
when I
else's?
can?
That is a thieves. That is the right mindset, I guess. If you if you wish to attempt to pickpocket, you are free to do so.
You're better at it.
I know I am.
So Aladdin and Abu are off trying to get food. The guards following close behind.
Chile and Key are off to destroy the world.
You are now her animal companion.
I am a bird.
How do we have
You're
two
not
on
Iago.
solos?
All right, so for sleight of hand, that is
They both have vests.
25.
Holy crap!
18
Yeah.
plus 7.
So what do we
Pick
get for
all the
dinner?
pockets.
Yeah. Well, you've got a nice little pouch there that has 4 gold and 15 silver in it,
And a key.
and a key.
And how many keys?
There's no key.
No. Okay. I'm more focused on.
Well, I
money.
mean, as far as in the money pouch, there's no
Yeah.
keys.
Well,
If you have an inclination to steal something shiny off of him, you probably got it.
she asked me for money, so I'm focusing directly on money.
Okay.
Not like last time where I was just getting anything that was sparkly.
Okay.
Oh,
So
you mean
you
this
got yourself
big
you got yourself a money pouch. You guys have plenty of money to last you for a while.
Fine dining or cheap?
Cheap.
Cheap it is.
Okay.
It would be like a
Oh,
word to
sorry.
say cheap.
Yeah, it's
Breadcrumbs.
I didn't voice it. All right. So, you guys, are you going to? You gonna go look for the meat?
I'm
Just
actually
going for
gonna.
bread?
And when I talk to her directly, it's just me and Thieves Camp. That
Uh-huh.
makes it easier.
Make it
I'm
way
gonna ask
easier.
her just would you like to eat or would you like to cook?
Eat. Why would I want to cook?
Fine dining.
Fine dining it is.
All right, fine dining. So there's actually a down in the so as far as real fine dining, there's not a ton, there's not a ton nearby. A little bit deeper in, you can find some. But the marketplace down the market street, there's a lot of standing booths and such that you could eat at that are really good there too. They're just not sit down and really be lavish. If you want though, the Beardless Tejungi is a decent tavern. So that's got good food. It's just not super upper class.
Let's do the good food.
Really upper class is going to get a bit pricey.
Yeah.
So
Tavern we go.
Alright.
Better catch up quick.
I haven't
the
mounts.
Tejungi, I think, is one building down from you.
Okay.
It's 2.
If it's 2, so
Two. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go there.
yeah. All right, so
Why not?
Beardless Tejungi, you go. You see where they're going. Are you going to go join them in the tavern?
Yes, but I'm gonna have to leave Shellington behind. His tavern. Unless they have an open door policy.
No.
We don't serve their kind here.
Oh. Do it.
Your choice.
I want to so badly, but I don't have the money for that kind of service. I can't be like, yes, this is my seeing eye dog, 3 gold pieces.
My seeing eye turtle.
Up to you, man.
I'm gonna ask Shellington to stay outside as I go in.
Oh, sure. You go enjoy your food. I'll eat the muck out here.
I will bring you something back.
It's fine. I prefer fresh fish anyway. I'll see you in a few hours.
If you're gonna go fishing, why didn't you tell me that? I would have went with you.
Well,
I have the crossbow, you have the swimming speed. Everything works out.
whatever you want. I thought you were going to talk with them. That's all.
Some aggressive fishing there, folks.
It's called underwater fishing.
I would just like to point out that without the turtle, he will probably make all the dumb decisions, and I really want to see that.
The turtle's there to keep him alive.
I'll go in.
All right. Have fun. Don't get killed.
I make no promises.
That's about all you get out of him as you watch him just kind of scuttle all the way out of the.
Everyone's like, "Dang!" That's
Yeah,
a
you can
fast
hear
turtle."
people like, "Whoa, what? Don't get killed."
Again.
No,
I
almost.
got run over by a turtle.
So, you walk in. When you guys initially walk in, you can hear there's some festive music playing, but it seems more that the music is leaning towards stuff that you've heard before. It seems that they're trying to build the crowd towards a heavy drinking game. You can see the major players kind of starting to make their way to the bar. Yeah, it's getting rowdy in here a little bit.
Okay,
You can see
cheers.
this as well as you walk in just behind them just a ways.
Fun. Excuse me, you two. Hi. You might remember me. Or not. I'm okay either way.
You're the. What was your name? You're a part of that group.
Yes.
That's
The group that
Brutal,
we're a
yeah.
part of. That is correct.
You mentioned something about a giant turtle.
Yes. He's currently fishing.
Okay. What was your name again?
My name is Nero Glaucus.
And you're sure you want to associate with us?
It was either this or being the stockade, so yeah.
I guess we might be a better choice. Might get you killed, but might be a better choice.
Trust me, all of my choices almost get me killed. Eventually, someday.
Well, as long as we stay away from the drinking game. in any fights, we should be relatively safe.
Okay, fair enough.
You can hear someone at the bar as you guys walk. You guys have walked in. It always causes a little ting ting, ting, as you walk through. And one of the men at the bar, he turns. He's actually from the Blade Hall.
Oh yeah.
He was that huge guy that was there at the table the first time. That everyone was kind of a little bit fanboying around. And he turns and he looks. He's like, "Ah, look at you! You look like you would be very fun to join."
Depends on what we're joining.
You're joining being a man. Come to table and drink.
Are you paying?
Of course not.
Then I'm afraid.
Men pay for themselves.
I'm afraid I gotta go sit at the kid table then.
Oh.
I'm gonna kind of sneak behind and just like pocket a gold piece into his palm. No, into
Oh, into my palm?
Just
I'm going to sit at the kids. Oh, I'm sitting at the kids table.
Fine, my friend, do as you wish, but no, you will forever be remembered as Yellow Belly Chicken.
I'd rather be yellow-bellied chicken than what. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. You're bigger than me.
What are you saying?
I would
I'll
hate
pay
to
for
be
it.
the magnificent figure that you are. I would not fit in my personality, nor could I hold up to such grandeur. What
I'll
kind
pay
of
for
charisma
him.
check do you want me to make?
I don't know.
Deception.
Like
Persuasion.
I don't know. Okay.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
I'm like that almost borders on a
She really is
performance
gonna
there.
pep up,
Pretty
It
so
good.
almost
she's gonna pay
does.
for you.
Say again?
I'll pay for him if you can get him really drunk.
I don't think that would be very.
Are you talking to me or him?
Him.
Little namby-pamby won't hold his liquor.
I know, so it'll be
Ooh.
really entertaining.
Not very entertaining. One drink, he be gone.
You think?
I think so.
I bet he could probably take 2.
Oh, that's all up to him.
Wait, what? Hold on. I looked away for a second. What are you getting me into?
You're joining, friend.
You better hold 2.
You're joining, friend.
Are you paying?
I love Kenkus. All right. As that said, she's already placed the thing up on the. You said you were paying, yeah.
Yeah.
So as that's heard, a drink comes sliding down the bar, and the guy catches it right here, and he hands you a really large stein.
Hold on,
It is.
hold on. We have terms for a bet. You said he can't hold 1. I said 2.
Oh, fine. Hold on then. I said terms.
Terms.
Wait,
He takes 1 drink, whole drink,
Hold drink.
oh good.
and passes out. I will give. You give me 15 gold.
15 gold.
Yes.
And if he holds 2 whole drinks before he passes out,
I give you 15. That's fine.
that sounds
Wait, what
fair.
do I get out of this?
You're not part of this, man.
Okay.
You have to stand all of us.
You
win,
drink,
you don't have
you
to
win,
suffer.
and you get me 15 gold, I'll buy you dinner.
Can I get half the gold?
No, you get dinner.
Can I get a fourth of the gold?
She's a good deal maker.
You either
You
eat
also
with
get
us,
to
you don't
drink.
Can
at
I
all.
get dinner and a dessert?
I will okay with that.
Alright, fine.
All right, my friend.
Alright.
He goes and reaches the drink over to you. Again, this is a very large stein. It is made of. It's not the standard like pewter or anything. This is like This is some sort of heavy duty metallic thing. It looks
Some
like
would call it
steel.
a heavy metal.
Yeah, it looks like a steel stein, and you can hear the bubbling as the steam just. Well, the heavy mist comes off the top of the sucker. He hands it over to you. Have you ever had the pleasure of drinking steamer?
I know what this is. Oh no. Let's. It doesn't matter. Just give me the drink.
Here you go, friend.
I blame you.
Dinner's on the line.
Key is gonna try to get himself up onto the thing, and then thinking back from this old dwarf in the old guild hall, he's like, "Drink yourself drunk. 3, 2, 1.
As he counts down,
Wait, no, count me out.
all of the people, like all the ones who've joined in on this, are like, ah! They all like scream, you know, and they just start nailing back this huge drink.
How many Constitution checks do I need to make?
You need to make a Constitution check.
Save or check?
8? No, you need to make 1 Constitution check.
Okay, and is that just plus my modifier, or is that the save?
Constitution save.
Okay.
Don't fail.
I'm gonna fail. I don't think you understand the facts.
You are a fighter, at least.
Yes, I am. Not in this situation. Oh no. 9.
Not enough.
But plus my luck. No, I don't have
Yeah,
it.
you don't have luck this time around.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
9.
you drink this thing down with the rest of your friends, and
Am I still
You
conscious?
immediately topple over.
you're just like, it burns, it hurts. You're like, smooth.
I'm sitting there.
It's really painful.
My vision's going back and forth. I'm like, I usually only get this effect when I'm in water. It's so close and yet it's so far away. And I'm just staring like at a wall.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
Hold on.
So
You
that
drank all of it though.
He passes out.
yeah.
It's not much after. He's in the middle of talking and just kind of like, yeah.
Not as entertaining.
I told you not so entertaining, but very lucrative money.
Yeah, okay.
Game over.
Game.
I don't know what you were expecting. I only had a +3.
I was hoping
I think
you
it's
would be
better than
at
us.
drinking. Yeah, it's better than us.
We also are very low HP right now. So
Also, now the crowd is very riled up and drunk.
We're all level 1.
Hey.
Round the tour!
He's gonna hop down and just slink through the whole thing. 24.
You're good. You watch as round 2 gets slid over, and you see a really stocky, beardless Tejungi come walking around on the other side of the bar. All right, you're coming with me now.
Me?
Help a big kidnapped.
No, she grabs Nero.
Okay.
Help a big kidnapped.
You can tell now as you see it is a female. Looks like she keeps a nice tight shave on her face. As she,
Guys,
Where are you
please.
going with him?
Please no.
huh?
Where are you taking him?
Where you always take the losers, dearie.
And where is
She-
that?
Help,
In
please.
the back.
Please.
And what happens in the back?
Punishment.
And
Guys?
what's the punishment?
You'll see if you've never seen before.
Oh,
It's a fair deal of fun.
I'll tag along. Why not?
So she drags him into the back while the rest are
Oh,
drinking.
I'm picking pockets.
She then proceeds to strip him down completely
I knew it.
naked
No,
and
no.
shave him head to toe. And then wax his body nice and shiny.
Better for swimming.
I was gonna say, I think
He's
I'm already
entirely
bald at
passed
this
out
point.
for this
so,
whole
you know.
situation. Yeah. So,
A fish man with no hair. How strange.
yeah, fishman with no hair. You're a giant blue shiny thing.
At least
yeah.
you're unconscious for it.
At least I wasn't conscious of this.
I'm
Alright.
still not gonna feel good when it gets
At
up.
least photography isn't a thing.
Then she sets him down. She sets him down to wake up in the back room. She's like, "Did you pay for dinner already, dearie?
No, but I'd like 3.
3?
3. One
You're
for when
hungry?
he gets up.
Oh, you're paying for him. That's
And
very kind of you."
One for the bird, wherever he may be.
I come out of the crowd after my pickpocketing scheme.
Oh,
And
and you
one
were
for me.
pickpocketing.
That's what the
everybody.
24 was.
Oh, okay.
supposed to be
You said you were
pickpocketing.
slinking through the
Well,
crowd.
well, yeah, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
As everyone's drinking, I'm just going through picking pockets.
Oh, that's so bad.
I want to get that 15 gold
He comes,
back.
he comes waddling up, jingling as he walks.
There's
I
a
got it.
reason we're
Decked out with
companions.
everyone's keys.
Oh my gosh! You have taken this crowd so bad. Okay. Yeah. So You
Oh, I'm taking anything as well.
Yeah, you're coming out of this with about 30 gold and
shit.
4 keys to wherever you don't know yet, and like 7 buttons off of people's vests that seem to be hanging slightly loose or such. You even got a belt buckle off of one guy, and his pants dropped after he disappeared into the.
I just come with a belt buckle, just like it's clingy back, clink, clink, clink. Just come out of it, wandering out of the tables. I'm like 4 feet tall, so it's just like.
The belt buckle you could probably sell for like 5 silver because it's actually pretty fine.
I'm gonna wake up and go, "Where's my mohawk?"
You have to plan away your purses at that point.
So, yeah, you've really taken the crowd. You seriously, that's some good rolling.
It's the double
That's your thing.
proficiency on
Yeah.
my sleight of hand.
Yep. So,
Gives me
yeah,
+7.
that happens. You guys pay for a meal. You'll get a decent, like, nice home cooked style meal. It's some heavy duty stew with some very hearty breads.
Is he dressed again, or did she? Not
No,
dress
he is
again?
left naked to wake up. She took the clothes.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I do have fine clothes.
Well, I've already made decisions about this
There-
character.
There's a reason. There's a reason. Part of the punishment's not done yet.
Oh.
And then I
Wait,
get tarred and feathered.
You've just been shaved head to toe. Alcohol's gonna freaking burn.
No, shaved head to toe, and you were waxed shiny.
Yeah, alcohol's gonna burn.
We're gonna leave his meal with him and ditch out.
Okay.
Well, we do want to see the rest of the punishment, but we
We'll
don't want to hang
we'll
out
find
in
a
the room
corner
with the
table.
Okay.
We'll find a corner table.
You
and
sit back
eat
and
our food.
enjoy the rest of the music that keeps playing as you watch more and more people drop at the bar. Finally getting down to about the last 3 or 4. The really large guy, you can tell, is starting to take on quite a bit of alcohol, and he's like getting woozy. But the other guys, they look worse. They're probably on their 7th drink at this point. No one in their right mind should drink more than 1 steamer. Just saying, by 7 they should be dead.
Alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. Yeah. That last round, you watch the other remaining men not even finish the drink before passing out, and he gets his last drink down. Champion again. Give me my gold! As he looks to the bartender, and she's like, "Oh, your hostess, dearie." And she goes and she gets the buy-in gold from the whole thing and hands it over to him. And he's
I was
like,
hoping it had alcohol resistance. Turns out I don't.
So he's cheering. The rest of the crowd that watched is cheering and enjoying just as you wake up.
Great.
Stanley, how many people in this establishment are bald?
How many in the establishment are bald? Currently 1.
Okay. I wanted to say this.
Okay, bald as like there are probably a couple of other balding, and there is probably 1 or 2 that are purposely shaven bald, but not head to toe, not a hair on their body. That's different.
Okay.
So Nero wakes up.
Yes.
I see the food plate next to me. I'm gonna pick that up and I'm gonna walk straight out because I've decided that as a sea elf, I don't care about nudity.
You're like,
So I literally just walk out, just eating a chicken wing or whatever's currently on there. Just walk
The
out.
naked elf rises again.
You walk out,
Mhm.
and everyone in the bar, sober enough to realize that you're there, walks up and touches your head or some other part of your body and goes, and then slaps your butt and says, "Good game."
It's okay to be gay.
Can I say Shilio is probably dying laughing in the corner?
I would assume so.
I'm trying to decide how Nero would take this, actually.
I can't think of the right word here. The bartender, she comes over and she's like, "Nice job. At
Thank
least
you.
I enjoyed shaving your head to toe." And then she just kind of turns and walks off. She's like,
It
your
was
friends
you."
are over there.
Thank you, I guess. I walk over, sit down directly in front of you guys, and like, so did I win?
You lost big time.
I had a weird assumption that I might have lost. I can't quite figure out what that might be.
I just quickly like hold up a little bag and jingle, and then put it back.
Those are winnings from betting against me? I don't...
Dude, there's a reason we come to a tavern.
And?
where people get drunk.
Yes, I understand that. That's not
I'm
my
admiring the belt
forte.
buckle now.
Someone's really good at pickpocketing.
I know. That's not my forte. I delve in other things that got me thrown into a stockade.
Well, we usually don't get caught.
Usually. Unlike episode 0.
Yeah, Nero's just gonna keep eating his food. It's like, alright, well, that's fair enough.
You at least got a free meal out of my entertainment.
You did. Now, quick question. Could I possibly get money for new clothes?
Oh, well.
Because if not, then fine. This is what I'm wearing for the rest of this.
I
The
agree.
rest of, as far as we know each other, until I can get something else.
I'm gonna toss him like 3 gold.
No.
He's
He's nice.
You
I was
toss him
gonna say,
3
I
gold.
have.
Did I
have
lose
a
the
pair of
1 gold
fine
he
dress
gave me?
Clothing that is female that you can use.
What?
Did I lose the 1 gold he gave me because I don't have my clothes anymore and thus have nowhere to
Yes,
hold
but
it?
you don't need to worry because if you guys eat and stay here, how long are you planning on staying? Once you've eaten, you plan on going back to the guild
Yeah,
hall? Or...
probably.
Okay. So once he's finished, you guys are going back to the guild hall as a barmaid comes over to you.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hey, you
I-
forgot these." And
Oh,
she
I didn't
hands you
forget
your
them. They were
clothes.
taken. There's a difference.
You could have just asked.
I could have, but I didn't care.
I don't mind that you didn't.
I mean, I'm
Oh, really?
I'm okay giving him 3 gold because I came out of this thing with more money than I went in.
Oh, I know you came out with some serious money. That was a lucrative run.
You guys are being nice to me today. I like it.
Oh, really? Would you say blue is your color? I say to the barmaid.
We keep
She's
walking.
like,
Yeah,
"It
just
could
keep
be."
walking.
And she winks at you and just turns around and walks back into the crowd.
Well, I don't know if you'll see me again. I am going on a suicide mission. I may never return. If we are ever to say things to each other, now may be the only time.
She has already lost herself back into the crowd, and other men are talking with her.
Just like Thorn Cove, I say as I walk out. Well,
Can't get
I do walk out, and I'm currently holding my clothes now.
Gets us gold.
He did get a skull.
Gold.
Yep.
He's useful in one
Can't
way.
get drunk, can't get a lady. At least he got a skull.
I got paid.
It's useless.
So far, is the only thing I've managed to do is get paid.
You didn't get paid anything.
No, I got paid for my drop off, and then
Well,
I got
no.
paid here.
You actually.
We don't talk. Hey, I got paid.
We don't talk about that.
What happened to the money afterwards just doesn't matter.
All right, so
Yeah, I'll add 3 gold. to
you
my
guys are
inventory
making it
now.
back to the Blades Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then finding a room and hunkering down till they get
Is
back.
Shellington back yet?
Shellington is still out fishing, by what you can tell. You haven't. It hasn't been that long.
Okay. I should probably go let him know where we are. Well, yeah. All right. I guess I'll join you guys later. I gotta go find my turtle.
Good luck with that.
Thanks
All
for the gold.
So you guys
Thanks
are doing
for the
that. Now on to the dinner. So those who have decided to go, Credence he's excited. He's up in his like best duds, getting all ready to go, and he's got that huge hammer of his, and he's like taking the time to like polish it up and make it look perfect and hang it on his belt. So he really looks like he's the master craftsman that he's supposed to be to show himself before the king and tell him what he's going to do, kind of thing.
I'm also going to polish my sword.
Yeah. Okay. We're not gonna make that joke.
Oh my god. You know what I meant.
I know what you meant. But crude double entendres exist. Alright,
We're
so
all getting ready for the party. I'm cleaning myself.
right, you're the tabaxi. I know, I love it.
I'm gonna spit shine all my leather working armor.
Alright,
Leather work
that's really gross coming
Yeah.
out of the Furbolg.
Yeah.
You know, I could help you with that if you really need.
If you'd like to. I
Here,
think it
he
looks
hands
good.
you like a thing of wax. What's it taste like?
Wax.
It's just a it's a
waxy.
paraffin wax. So it's
Paraffin? Not Peregrine.
not a paraffin, no.
Tastes a little.
That That should work for you there instead of doing what you were doing.
Okay. I'll try. I'm still wearing the armor.
Countershine.
Alright. You guys get yourselves ready and go. And he makes some, just simple conversation. He asks, he's like, Bjorn, do you plan on talking to the king about what you were telling me before?
I would like to tell him what I know so that he can prepare against it. The thing is, I don't think many people will believe me.
That's probably the truth.
Yeah, from what I have tried already, no one has believed me.
Yes. Well, you understand why it
Yeah.
sounds a little bit crazy.
Yes. But it is still something that I know is happening, and I want to help people prevent it if possible.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Just to be prepared in case something goes a little bit nuts. Maybe I should go with you or something.
Yeah, that'd help.
Okay, I'll do that. Well, in all my days, seen something so crazy outside of the mountains. He walks as you can see there are huge crowds now coming down the main road, coming in. It's because it's still a little ways before the actual event, but everyone is pouring into here that is meant to be.
Would there happen to be a naked sea elf currently walking the opposite direction of the crowd?
So the main road, if you look down on the map there,
Right.
You're probably walking out towards the docks, which is totally around the side of this and out
Okay.
the back,
Yep.
and the main road is actually on the other opposite end, so
Fair
you
enough.
shouldn't be there. Luckily. See what?
So I'm just gonna scan that map before you head off.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
That way.
Oh yeah, you can pop that up. Yeah. All number of people. You can see it looks like they are planning some pretty crazy festivities. There are animals of all sorts being brought in as well in cages and things. Some sort of crazy performance is going to be done here. You had already left early.
Mhm.
The lady that had sent you had shown you your room and everything. Has since returned and made sure that you were here and ready to go, and has shown you where you'll be set for.
Okay.
You are meant to be the main attraction.
Okay.
All the other stuff that's gonna happen, you are made to be the main attraction of this place.
Okay. They've given me like no information. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I can sing music or stuff. I don't know. Since I could have gotten any minstrel for that, but yeah. If I've got time before the thing starts, I'd be like going around trying to like pick up court gossip and like all of the little.
As you remember,
stuff there.
they told you history is a really big thing for him.
Uh-huh.
I gave you a little bit of some stuff. I probably should have talked to you a little bit more about some of that, but
Yeah,
it'll be okay.
Okay.
It'll be good. So, you guys make it in. When you walk into here, you can see the walls are real. This sucker was made to outlast any kind of. No one's gonna be crushing this. No one's gonna be crashing down this. The huge guard barracks that are inside, what you can tell to be a stable and some sort of other room. Obviously on there and such, but you assume it's probably an armory. You can see a blacksmith's forge just outside. You make your way further in, and you can see the grounds. Walking in, everything is of the absolute finest. Everything's gold gilt. There's jewels fit into all the chandeliers. Half of them look like they probably are made of diamond and other sorts of gems. They sparkle and shimmer and leave a rainbow, chaotic rainbow of lights across the floors. When you make your way into the main hall, it stands like the ceiling stand 25 feet above your head, with a large chandelier in the center. Huge long draping tapestries that go all the way to the bottom, nearly to the bottom of the floor. There are cold fire torches burning about. That is something that you, especially Callum, would pay attention to.
Okay.
Something you probably would have heard about. The Coldfire family is not of Elven descent. They are actually humans, but they have one of the rarest magics. This is something that most people don't have access to, and they have made a really good killing off of a business out of this to sell Coldfire to places so that it doesn't make a mess and leave like soot and burning, and you don't it doesn't consume fuel.
Okay.
Once it's burning on there for as long as they want it to. So it's pretty cool. That's an interest to you, especially though. The banquet table that's in this room is, it's basically just a gigantic U-shape, like horseshoe type of thing, right? You can see at the far end the throne and his chancellors and such, the highest nobles sitting on that main table at the back. And you guys have been invited to sit pretty near that table. Credence himself was asked to actually sit up right near the king, and then you have been invited to sit just adjacent to that table. So you guys are at some pretty high, lofty,
fancy living, guys.
Yeah, this is.
I mean,
I have the weird feeling there wouldn't be wax and haircutted here.
No, you wouldn't get waxed and haircutted here. You wouldn't be shaved and waxed. Although
right now,
if you
you're
did,
being waxed and haircut right now.
yeah, shaved and waxed, man, shaved and waxed.
I could have been tarred and feathered. Could have been worse.
My brother will appreciate this if he watches it. Oh, that poor kid. Anyways, so,
There's a story there.
oh yeah. You guys take your seats on either side, and the food here is of the absolute highest order. There is any sort of meat you could probably imagine that has been made and done. The fruits are from all over the world, and there are other such things to supplement the main meals. You can see there are even blaze peppers here, which is really cool. Blaze peppers are kind of a rarity, fine delicacy, but they are from a little bit further east from here. That's where they're kind of mostly grown. They're pretty famous, though. You can see that they are kind of sitting amongst the meats. You can eat along with them if you wish to try. That's fine. But yeah, if there's something you could possibly imagine, it's probably here. Go for it.
I do too.
I understand.
Yes. I would like the both of you to make Constitution checks.
Okay. Checks or
Smash
saves?
Bros with the curry, they're just running around with fire.
Yeah.
Checks or saves?
Saves. Constitution save.
I'll be eating one of those as well.
10.
Verbal.
Yeah.
Like to eat anything.
13.
Go ahead. You make one. 13?
Mhm.
That's good.
No. I now want a D20 where the 20 is yes and the 1 is no.
In his defense, he didn't roll a 1.
It was a 5.
I know, I'm just saying. It's like, I'm not like that.
It's pretty hot for you. You've never experienced this thing before.
I memorize what it looks like.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen that YouTube video where the girl tries the habanero. I think it's not a ghost pepper that she does. She does a habanero pepper, but she's like dying. Anyways, yeah. Or if you've ever seen a ghost pepper video, this is
Or
about
a Carolina Reaper video.
yeah.
Oh,
If
gosh.
anything like that, this is about your reaction. It's just you're just like it's hurting. This is
I
now
grab
like
anything to drink
any
that
drink
they
you
have
can.
in front of me.
You're not finding any dairy at all, and it just makes it worse. It just inflames it. Someone sitting next to you is like, "Oh, you tried the blaze pepper, dearie, didn't you? Here you go." They just grab this big, long, like baguette out of the breads that are out there and almost shove it down your throat. They're like, "Here you go. Keep your mouth shut and just enjoy that for a little while."
Yeah, keep your mouth shut.
So
It's like cleaning out a cannon with that thing.
He just thought of something really mean.
So yeah, you're gonna enjoy that for a minute. It still
Not
hurts.
trust to taste this to taste like a ghost pepper.
That's what I was just thinking.
Um,
Prestidigitation the bread to make it taste like glazed pepper.
Alright, before anything else happens, did he make his save with a 10?
Yeah.
Oh, darn it.
This is pretty rough, but Callum's from an area. It's just different, and you are too. So I can't make it too crazy for you. Let's see. Around the table, everyone sits and talks and enjoys, and finally you hear the horns from the upper levels here, announcing the arrival of the king and his his cabinet. Basically, they come and everybody stands.
Fellow our guardian.
You're supposed to stand now, guys.
Nope.
I tried, didn't work.
Stand up.
Yeah. The king sits regally. "I welcome you all into fair Isklid. We are here to celebrate this fine fellow, Credence, a master blacksmith of the Tajangi. He has come to offer quite a gift and something even more. Before we have all of our fun, I wish to allow you to present the gift." And Credence is like, he stands up. "Well, thank you very much there, King. Your Highness. The gift that we have for you today." He just kind of nods, and you watch as 3 more big, strapping Tajangi that all seem to be of that same crafting guild. They all have a very similar hammer. Start drawing forth this cart into the place. The cart is gilt in gold itself as it comes rolling in. You guys have probably never seen something so finely crafted. They have actually made a the throne is representative as you start looking at it, as it comes closer up to you guys. You can see it seems to almost represent every single culture and nation that you can imagine that has been done into this thing, all over the place. This is
Including Agma? Or are we excluded?
Oh, you're totally excluded.
But we're not there to see it. So.
Either that or you're somewhere under a cushion somewhere.
She's in the back going, "Fake news!"
Oh man! All right.
Except I'm not there, so you know.
Something you do notice about this throne is it's got on the right hand side an odd little fitting, and Credence explains this and says finally, "And finally, the last thing of all of this, the place to sit at the right hand of the king. We have another gift to give you, but I am not exactly done with it yet. That is why I've brought these men and women to help me on a journey to."
They got taken away on a gurney.
Shut up. I've been working on it, guys. Help me on a journey to go and make the right kind of sword that will sit at the right hand of the king. That you may govern and protect all of these lands as you have done for so long, but that we may have peace forever. And that is the gift of the someone's at my door. That is the gift of the Taijungi to you. The timing on the sword may be quite a while, though. These will be made of the oldest of the great and greatest of the forges that were left after the Great Twisting. I will find them with these people and make the finest blade that has ever been made in all of history. The king looks, he's like, what a present. Something that definitely even I am not fit to receive. But I shall do so humbly. Thank you. And now, for the great festivities. Bring them in! And all sorts of dancers and musicians come in, and he calls a start to this meal. You guys have the finest experience you've had as far as dining goes.
Dilly dilly.
Dancers and
I don't know, what else
musicians
do you say?
play songs from all over the place. I mean, this Izgalit is already a pretty large melting pot, but you guys are able to hear stuff from places you've never been. So a lot of this is familiar. Much of it is also not, though. There's enough in there that you're like, holy crud, this is a big deal. This was a huge celebration for this whole thing. The throne will be put in its new place tomorrow as this gift, and it will be it is supposed to be the seat of all power, basically. That is what it's meant to be.
One throne to rule them all.
Oh my gosh. No.
One throne to bind them.
Yes, this is the most lovely throne I've ever received. This will go great with my other chamber pots.
Oh my gosh.
Actually,
right, you guys.
actually, my lord, it has a chamber pot pre-installed.
He pushes a button. Fantastic.
little TP roll just goes.
Okay, now that we've turned it into a toilet.
Sorry.
So,
And a mini fridge. Mini fridge.
Lazy boy,
Next-
can't forget the lazy
Mini
boy.
fridge next to the toilet. You can't say you don't
Right.
want that.
You can't forget the
The
lazy
sword
boy.
holster doubles as a plunger.
oh my gosh.
All right, sorry.
It's okay. Just turn it in.
No, the potty humor's out of the way.
I'm sorry we've taken a dump on your
Yeah, you took a
magnificent
big
gift.
dump on it. Alright, so,
Are we bogging this down?
No, you're good. So, you do that, and once most of this starts to settle down and the different places have done their stuff, you hear a herald finally make a call out, and he says, "And now for the finest, the greatest of storytellers and singers in all the world. A bard amongst all bards. Feriel, the Watcher." You watch, all the lights start dimming down, and you can see, they turn a gigantic mirror up in this place to throw a spotlight down for you. And you come in, you're able to come into the hall now.
Alright.
How are you taking this on?
So, obviously, supreme confidence. I just walk in, I sort of shoot a look to the guy who put me in the stocks earlier.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, you can actually see Brolin you can see the look on his face I am so thankful to the Lord that whatever of all the gods that I did not get you stuck in there because I'd be dead. You can realize that it went from surprised that you got out to
Thankful
I'm so
that you got
thankful
out.
you got out. Who let you out? I need to pay them. That's the mindset. You can just see it on his face. And then he just kind of smiles. He's like,
and I step up and first and I'm like, we've seen many great, wonderful gifts today, especially given by the Taijunki. and I wish them the best of luck in learning how to pronounce the J in Journey like they do the J in Taejungi.
It's suddenly stand-up comedy.
It's Taeyungi! You're across the hall. Learn how to speak correctly.
Right back at you. And then I guess I just start singing since I haven't been given any other instruction.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So you begin singing,
Okay.
and let's have you make your performance roll for your music.
You want me to actually sing? I will. I don't know.
You are absolutely free to actually sing. I still want to see a performance roll.
Okay. Performance. Oh gosh, not good.
Okay.
No.
Now I want a d20
That's
where the
okay.
one is,
It
oh
doesn't mean you're a
gosh.
bad singer.
It's a 5.
No,
It could
it's
be more
not.
that it's just
Nope.
not what King wants, so that's
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
You're free to sing, and then I would like you to, when you choose to change, because you'll probably give a full bardic performance here.
Mm-hmm.
Stories and things that you want to share.
Yes.
But yeah, you are free to sing what you wish to sing.
Oh, Danny boy, the stream flows cool and slowly, and pipes still call and echo across the glen. Your broken mother sighs and feels so lonely, for you have not returned to smile again. So if you've died and crossed the stream before us, we pray that angels met you on the shore, and you'll look down and gently you'll implore us to live so we may see your smiling face once more.
So you see Brolin like wiping tears from his eyes. He's just like, and like most of the hall is quite enchanted by this, and you can see the king actually like sitting back and shaking his head, kind of starting to nod off a little bit. That's good indication that he's probably not very pleased.
And so I sort of wrap up and I'm like, but now, one doesn't call me here for anything a minstrel can do. Your Majesty, what tales do you seek?
Well, I'm thankful to hear that you wish to play a little more to my interests now. Though your voice is angelic, it is not exactly what I brought you here. I wish to hear tales, ancient ones, of the Order of the White Staff, the heroes that came, that formed Iskalut. Show me that you know our history.
I know your history better than any man alive.
And that is why I brought you here.
Alright, so I guess what I would do then is I would tell the stories essentially as they are now, perfectly. But I'm not gonna throw in any extra tidbits of like special knowledge that I know, because I haven't been. There's no reason for me to.
I've never been incentivized.
Okay.
But
Okay.
so,
You have been brushed up on this since you went to the library, luckily.
Yes.
I'll let you make this performance roll at advantage.
okay. Unfortunately, personally, as a player, I don't know any of these stories.
That
so.
is just fine.
Do what I did. I just made up stories, and I was like, that's fair.
All right, that one is going to be a 13. I'm not rolling great today, guys.
13 is
Yeah.
still fine as far as your difficulty goes.
Yeah.
That should be enough for what you need.
Mm-hmm.
So, you you stand and take take control of the crowd again. Is you had people who had been standing and cheering, and others who just simply in quiet awe listen to the music. But now you take on the true role of your the real thing you've been called to do as the Watcher. Is tell these stories that you've written down and amassed. And getting some of that information from the library has only helped to kind of form and better shape those tales. You begin, and as you start weaving the stories of the old that began 4,000 years ago, out in the north mountains, one man lost, finding salvation where he never would have expected, and returning to his people with power. You start spinning the tales of how he fought against the dark things and the greater beasts that fought to destroy men, to wear them down, and to bring greater influence to Hagor himself. As you do, you phase just to give that spook and the creep, and that's the moment that Roland's like he starts realizing what you did. He's putting it together.
That's how we got out of the stockade.
Yep. And it only draws him in even more. Now he's listening. You can tell everybody is just waiting. Like, any of the nobles, any of the people who probably aren't really actually, like, hungry and in actual need of the meal that's been there before them, are on it's bated breath. It's just absolutely on the edge. You can see the king. It almost seems as though, like, it's like he's waiting for something. As if he knows these stories so well, he's waiting for you to screw up. At least that's kind of how it feels to you. But the story goes, to completion, the fights, the battles, the way that they have done as they've always done, to keep evil at bay. Just you can hear the gasps and the undertone cheers. You know, not trying to dissuade from what you're doing, but you can hear the people just enjoying the victories and everything else amongst the history that you're sharing. By the time you hit the end, though, you have worked them up to the frenzy, because you have, like, the last great story of the Order was actually fighting down a Yagamoth uprising. And it's the fly. And she hides her face. And since then, they've been quiet, as peace has really come to the land, and Isgolid was formed. And that, as you leave it, the king just sits there and smiles. Well done. Well done, Beriel. This is history many don't know. This city, the true city of illumination, the city of light and hope, helped to be founded by Whitestaff. I wish with all my heart to continue to bring that hope that they always have fought to bring. Which is why I wish to share it here, and remind those that would attempt to undermine that hope, that would attempt to steal power. They shall be brought down as low as they can be, put to an end. You can watch him just look out over the whole grouping, its tables. You can see some people getting real worried. As Isgolid always will. It shall fight to keep peace, prosperity living in this world. And I am thankful that I had your voice to help share that story and remind us of why it is so important the city stays strong. We're founded on. Thank you, Bard.
Of course.
I should like to hear more stories of yours should you stay. You're welcome. Stay as long as you wish.
I must go where the winds of change move fastest. And they rarely blow behind city walls.
I understand. I understand. Well, thank you either way. You shall be well recompensed for this. As he stands and just the rest of the the rest of the crowd slowly also stands.
You get
and
the slow
claps you out, and he then just says,
Send him on the death mission.
"On with the rest of the festivities. I shall take my leave. Good night to you all." As he steps out, and a few of the other chancellors and such, his cabinet basically leave with him. The rest of the dinner is set to be done. There are animals that are being brought in, baited, and messed with, and they're doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
I was so waiting for you to pull a red wedding just in the middle of this
Oh my
festivity.
gosh!
I was waiting for it.
No.
It's too early in the game.
Too early in the game for a red wedding. It's a nice day for a red wedding.
That's exactly the red wedding should have been on the second page of Song of Ice and Fire.
I haven't read the book, Jack. I'm sorry.
Neither have I, but I know that would be bad.
Oh, what he
Sure,
kills
that would
them
draw
all
you
off
in,
anyway.
though. Like, holy cow, we just killed a bunch of named characters. What happens?
But it wouldn't mean anything because you wouldn't know what any of those characters are.
We'll settle this
Anyways,
later.
guys.
Anyway.
We'll settle this later.
Yes, we will.
I'm not
All
settling
right,
it yet.
so you guys are able to enjoy the rest of the dinner. You are very full and very happy and have enjoyed yourselves. Able to go home tonight and get some good rest. Credence was actually, like, as the cabinet started to walk away, they kind of had pulled him off to the side too. And before he leaves, he turns to Mittens. He's like, "Just make sure that everybody gets home safe. I
Oh, I
may
got
not be
this."
there. I may not be there in very good time. It seems like they want to talk more to me.
Got you covered.
Thank you.
Everybody's gonna go get home A-okay.
Now you got me worried."
I'm just saying.
He turns and
I mean,
goes.
that's
He just kind of
good.
looks at you. All right, so he leaves. You guys are able to get your way home. On your way, is there anything you guys want to do? Stop around, look at anything, or just going straight back to the Blades Hall?
Can we take a doggy bag home?
I'm sure that you probably get away with that.
more of a gato bag.
That's right.
Gato bag.
You see the map.
A little gato meat. So what did you want to look at?
Checking out all the ladies.
Checking the ladies? Oh my gosh. Oh, what's your charisma score?
Talking to them about.
No, what's your
his
charisma
sword.
score?
Charisma score. Pull that up real quick. It's a 14.
Okay, that's actually not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have a 12.
I have a 9.
Yeah.
I have an 8.
I have a 13.
I'm not letting them stray too far.
I may even go in dance a little.
So I made a promise I'd get them back safe.
Yeah, that's all I can think. All I can think of is the Mask of Zorro.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Do you even know how to use that? Yes, the pointy end goes into the other end.
When they get back to the guild hall, Key and I are sitting at a table playing chess.
Sweet.
I'm
Okay.
losing.
Ah!
But I'm winning at cards.
Or whatever chess is called in this world.
Yeah, I think I'm
Dragon
just gonna.
chess is what it's called.
Yeah.
It's a dragon
It's a
chess set.
dragon's chess
No,
set.
this is Wizard's chess.
I'm just gonna go back to the guild hall.
All right, you just head back to the guild hall. He's enjoying himself for the night. Make me just like two charisma rolls.
Okay.
I'm going to have to play you in that chess.
Search chessboard. I got the cards.
And that was too good. That's a 3.
My
What's-
background gives me
whatever,
proficiency
2,
in chess sets.
That's a 5.
No.
So I whiffed it completely on 1.
You might.
I guess they're all like higher class than me, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a lot higher class than you.
That
Looks
one
like we
might be
both
an
struck
8,
out,
so-
buddy.
Striking out. All right.
Yeah.
You attempt to, but you're not really able to get very far.
It's because I'm pulling him along, saying, "No, come on."
Yeah, they all think you're with a cat. So
I'm not a
Cat's the
bad-looking
only
cat.
cat who
My charisma
knows
score's
where
one
it's at.
You threw off my groove.
I'm a fat
I
cat,
was saying,
so-
like, I was saying, you probably talk real well. You talk a good game.
I'm a fat cat, but I'm not bad.
No, you're not bad.
Everybody's just like, I don't want to get involved in
That's right.
All right,
Keep your
anyways.
tail over here.
All right, so you guys make your way back. Is there anything that you're gonna go back?
We didn't headed out.
Yes.
Did he mention anything about my little story that I wanted to tell the king?
He didn't. Not to her, anyways.
Yeah.
He did give you a glancing look that kind of. He's like. He didn't
Not
have a lot
right
of
now.
say over anything at this point.
Okay.
So.
I will trust him with that.
Okay. You.
I'm watching the party, specifically watching which of the lords go off with serving girls. But
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep track because I'm like, yeah.
That's a
Okay.
spider chart that's gonna go forever and for always.
Generally, you actually don't see any of the lords really run off with any of these women.
Okay.
You can see a few of them have made some passes, or at least acted though they were a bit, yeah.
Mhm.
But none of them seem to walk off with them. Most of them actually have wives at the table there for you.
Mhm.
Probably leaving with everyone else.
I do keep track of the ones that made passes though, because I'm like, those are the ones that get in trouble, and I can use that later.
Yeah. So you do that. Is there anything else?
I don't know. Like in general, I'm just sort of enjoying the food.
Okay.
With typical, with unrestrained enthusiasm.
Do you have any intentions of following these guys when they head out?
They're leaving in the morning, correct?
Yes, but they're leaving the dinner.
Oh,
Was there any interest in them since you've heard their tale?
yeah, probably. I would probably sort of follow them after they left.
Okay, so you're gonna follow after them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you'll.
For no other reason than I'm pretty certain that whatever we're going to do is going to be historically significant eventually.
Oh, exactly.
It can't be because there's a campaign
Where the-
based on it.
Where the winds of change are greatest, right?
Mm-hmm.
It only makes sense. You know something big's gonna be going down.
Yep.
And this guy wants to reignite what's been lost in cold time and
Mhm.
make them a powerful weapon ever known. So yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you enjoy yourself, and what is your passive? Your passive is where are you at?
My passive perception?
Your passive perception
13.
is 13. Okay, yeah, you probably notice a Furbolg. That's all I can say. So
At least he's clean now.
yes, but still poopy and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah, you
Someone's been shining something up.
yeah. You
Let's
notice
clean after
you
eating.
notice when he's walking
Still
out,
be
you
a
see
big
the rest of the
big
group
big
kind of walking off with him. You can see their tall, gingly fighter trying to hit on a few ladies as he's getting drug along as well, and it's not really working out very well for him. You just kind of laugh.
I'm just
Angry
trying to
at the
keep the
person
group
who's
together.
trying-
I'm just imagining
I was
this
left in
tabaxi
charge.
basically dragging along Inigo Montoya by the ear.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, you see that happening, and are you choosing to follow, or just kind of keep an eye from here, and then meet up with them later?
So I will again follow from a distance.
Okay.
Not necessarily inserting myself in the group, but sort of paying attention to what's happening.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and if you're wanting to keep out of their notice, make me a stealth.
All right. 20.
You're good. All right. So he is making his way, following behind you guys. Are you going straight to the guild hall? Or are you doing anything on the way too?
I'm going.
You said you were
wait.
going straight to the guild hall before.
But also at the same time, I wasn't quite aware we were leaving right in the morning. Yeah, I'll go to the guild hall.
Okay. Anyone else?
So if I met up with Shellington, I'm actually, because this is going to be a long trip.
Yes.
There's going to be something going on. All right.
Yeah. So you went to go meet up with Shellington.
Yeah.
You can't find him.
Of course they did. Investigation. What do I need?
You go ahead. Make an investigation check.
All right. What's investigation?
It's intelligence based.
Oh, good. This isn't going to go well.
You smell the fragrant aroma of turtle stew.
Oh no! I'm not killing Shellington, for heaven's sake! Not this early.
Not this way. Not yet.
7.
You have no idea like where he went. You know, he obviously went out in the ocean. If he did make it there, as you are,
are there any live like tanks of animals or fish that are on the docks?
So there is a like a fishery, like the fishmongers, right? Sells all sorts of seafood and such.
But are there any like glass cases with like live fish? Or anything?
Within there, you'd probably see some glass cases, so you can pick out like live lobster or something like that.
Great, I'm walking up to the little lobsters. Hey, have you seen a turtle? It's about this big. Would have been around here at some point earlier.
Okay, you're gonna end up having to stick your head in a water tank.
I'm a sea elf. I don't care.
I understand. I'm just saying. Bald, shiny sea elf sticking his head in a water tank. You get one question out, and they just kind of look at you like, "What are you talking about?" Mine.
All right,
and grab
head
something.
out.
Ah, you got my nose.
Yeah, head out. Shake bald head. Yep, those are fresh, and keep walking.
You get out of my place!
Yep,
What are you sticking your head in there for?
Just asking directions.
I start walking away. I'm like, yep, those are definitely fresh.
No kidding. Now get out.
Look out, he's got a nose.
Crazy freaking people in the city.
Crazy, strange, bluish creature, completely bald.
Almost as bad as that turtle.
Someone who was from the bar sees you and just goes,
Hey, just because you did that, I just did a quick recompense. Have you seen a turtle walking around?
Sorry, man. I only got out of the bar a little while ago.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good show, by the way. Slaps you on the butt.
I did my best. It wasn't much.
Why are there two of you?
Alright, I'm gonna keep searching for Shellington.
Okay. Your search is pretty fruitless.
Oh, gosh.
But as far as it goes, you do get a little. Roll me an insight. That's actually better. Roll me an insight.
+0. Here we go. And jump the table, and it's still terrible. That's a 9.
9. All right, 9.
I think it's the third time we've rolled 9 tonight.
Yeah. 9. Yeah. You have a bad feeling. You just have a bad feeling. You're like, Shellington's not running off on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have no idea where he's at.
Mm-hmm. Well, crap. I'm going to basically spend the rest of the day and or night searching for Shellington.
Okay.
Did I
Yes.
see him at any point?
He's off in the docks. You guys are going to the Blade Hall. You're not going to see him.
Okay.
Unless you choose to go check him around other places than the docks.
If I don't find him at the docks at any point, I'm gonna go ahead and start checking just everywhere. Because I mean, after spending a couple hours at the docks, I assume he's not gonna be there.
Right.
So I will, into the later bits of the night, I will start going other places.
Okay, are you going back to the Blades Hall at any point?
That would probably be the second place I checked.
Okay, if you're going to the Blades Hall, you would see him. He's going to be walking in pretty distraught.
All right, turtle, about yay big. Anybody seen him?
What is wrong, senor?
Have not seen a toilet. Sorry.
You guys look up from your chess game, probably your third or fourth at this
I'm playing
point.
cards.
Oh, you're playing cards.
I'll play her in chess.
You guys want to go find a
She
toilet?
wins at chess. I win at cards.
All right.
I will help you look for your
Really quickly,
friends.
since you're playing cards, I want you to make a sleight of hand roll against whoever you're playing, and I want the
Oh,
two
by
of
the way,
you.
they are marked cards.
Oh, they're cheat cards.
I get them from my background.
Okay, go ahead. You
So I
make,
win at
make...
cards.
All right, so I've got to do this then too, since it's not just sleight of hand. All right, so make your sleight of hand check with your cards game against whoever you're playing, and the two of you can make intelligence rolls against
I
each
do
other.
get
so.
proficiency because chess set.
He's
Okay.
proficient with chess sets.
You're proficient at chess.
He knows how to play chess.
Yes.
I got a 13.
13.
So did I.
Okay. What did you roll?
Oh, he's playing chess.
Oh.
No, I know. So she.
And it's using intelligence and proficiency.
Am I playing 2 games?
So plus
I
your
think I'm playing with someone
proficiency.
else.
Yeah, so I got a 9.
Good job. Okay, so you have made a decent little job here. You've earned about 5 gold worth of like copper and silver pieces off of people, and you thoroughly stomp your high elven friend here, showing him
I'm
all the tricks of
impressed.
the trade.
When?
And about that time, he comes walking in and asks about the turtle, and you're like, "What's going on, my friend?" Right?
Can I help you, senor?
I'd appreciate that. I can't find Shellington, and he's missing. I have a bad-ish feeling about this.
Have you checked the
Bad-ish?
cookeries yet?
Or just bad?
Let's go with just bad.
Okay. I mean, that's a little bit different.
I was trying to undersell how bad this currently is.
And I will help you in your search.
All right. I got one.
We gotta find it before tomorrow.
Vamos.
So
Yeah.
While you
I'm
guys
gonna
are
go help
talking,
him find his...
Ya nos
you feel a
dieron.
little tap on your back.
Me or him?
You.
Oh, good. I turn around.
You see this gnome that's riding on like a small panda,
I look slightly lower down.
and he just looks at you and he goes, He
Horse
hands you-
permit? No!
He hands you a note.
Mm-hmm.
Written in Shellington's handwriting.
No, it's not written in Shellington's handwriting. Holy crap!
I recognize his claw print anywhere.
No.
Flipper friends.
It's a ransom note.
You have the worst.
How much?
1,500.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, I don't have that
No,
much.
don't have that much.
It's gonna take me a while to pickpocket that much.
Well, it was nice knowing your mount while it lasted.
You know who signed that thing.
Yeah. I look down at the squire. I'm not tipping. And just start walking away.
So this thing just looks at you, and really quickly.
This thing, gnome equality, folks.
It's a gnome on a panda. What else is it?
Discrimination.
What, you never seen a black and white before?
Holy crap!
News from the general.
You get hit with a magic missile and take 10 damage.
Are you unconscious?
No, I'm still up, but 10 damage? Really?
That's insane!
That would
Yeah, I rolled 3d4s and 2 of them came up max damage on there.
Oh, so the full spell, not just a single missile.
Right. You get hit. He
Okay.
casts a full magic missile at you. You get nailed with 3 of them just in your back. Almost puts you to your face.
This feels familiar. Where
And
have
he
I felt this
just looks.
before?
He's like, and
Oh.
rides off on his little thing.
Well then.
And that's why you don't get tips. And then the final missile hits me.
It's only 3.
Hit the dirt.
So now I'm pissed off and incredibly wounded.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. I was like, well, it seems like we found your friend.
No, it seems like I found my friend. You guys did nothing.
Oh, man.
I say
You did
lying on the
something.
ground.
We watch. You are doing great at pissing people off today.
Says the man who is in desperate need of help.
Who's got your turtle?
All I know is pain.
Actually, that's a good point. I turned to those two. I'm like, so you ever heard of an underground contact named
Karst.
Karst?
Have
we?
And that's why I'm asking.
Okay, as far as your background goes, do you have contacts?
I would assume since we
Do you guys have the criminal?
No. Yes,
No,
but
criminal
you,
background,
Contact?
your specific background doesn't give you contacts, right?
No.
No, that's
Okay.
only mine. Then.
Mine gives me
Um,
acquaintances for my other personality.
So you've only heard the name in passing. It's not someone you have contacts in any type of a relationship with, but you know you shouldn't be on his bad side.
We know the name.
Great. So he has them. Unless anyone has a king's ransom, then I think we're not. I think I'm gonna go.
I look
I
at
almost
the
went-
bag and then just look at him and shake my head.
I almost went full DeVito there. I'm like, great. I'm going on a suicide mission. Before the suicide mission.
Pre-suicide mission.
What's death without a little side of death?
So Shellington has been taken.
Yeah, I'm on the ground hurting a
Well,
lot.
I'm gonna heal you. I mean, I'm not just gonna let you sit there and bleed.
I think you should.
Does it have a
It'd be
drop
more
off point?
entertaining.
Does it have a drop off point or like a pickup point or anywhere?
Yeah.
Point of
So,
contact?
he actually wants you to meet him. If you take care of it now, like tonight, there
Man,
is.
I'm level 1. Gosh darn it!
I know.
Maybe I should be healed.
He wants you to take and meet him at. Give me that really quick. I just forgot. I'm losing my I'm losing my names.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
I'm gonna get some copies so next week. We'll have a few.
We
more
can
of
all
those.
look at them together. All right, yeah. He wants you to meet in behind Elaine's metallurgy.
Great. So he wants to meet behind Elaine's metallurgy, and he wants 15,000 gold pieces.
Well, let's think
Yeah,
about
this
this.
is gonna
At
go
3
down
bells.
And what?
At 3 bells.
So 3 a.m.
So
This
let's
is gonna
think
go down.
about
Unless they
this.
use military, unless they don't use
Oh.
military, then it could be also 3 p.m.
So I give you 5 hit points right now.
Joy.
Your wound.
What is it? I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'll heal you a little bit.
Just a little.
On a scale from 1 to 11.
How healed am I? Oh
You're
man.
now at a 6.
Because I got some soft mittens.
Great.
And when I set them on your head, it goes squeak.
To be fair, you have fur. Can you squeak against
No,
it?
so
I got
she's
little
got
pads.
pads.
Fine.
You know, the little cat Kobe.
So
Better than
this
her,
is how
like,
Nero
putting
dies,
it on.
hitting rock bottom.
I just imagine like the squeak and it's just like
Yeah.
Oh, on your naked head.
It's just a bald head. There's no discrimination here.
Oh, that would hurt so bad.
Okay.
Oh.
So either
It's
like
not just dripping a little bit of blood out of his head.
That's where the healing comes from.
Yeah, right. That's where the
I can
healing
do it
comes
again.
from.
And
acupuncture.
heal you some more.
all right. So here's the options as far as I can see. I either go and die attempting to get Shellington back, or we somehow in 6-ish hours get 1,500 gold pieces.
Or you have 8 of us here, and we can ambush him.
I pull out a
Let's
dagger.
jump him.
All right, this is slightly better than I'm used to. So, how do we want to do this? Because this is where they are, and they're most likely going to be watching the area to make sure that I'm not doing exactly what we're planning to do.
By the way, since you've been doing all this at a distance,
Mhm.
I assume you're just kind of sitting up at the top again, doing your thing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this is going to be so much fun to watch.
So do I notice him?
Are
Right,
you
check.
looking for him?
I guess it would be passive at this point.
Yeah, probably would be.
Which he rolled a
Yes.
20 for his
Stealth.
stealth.
Yeah.
So,
And I have a passive 12.
I would say no one's passive is going to beat that roll.
so how should we do this?
Well, I say you meet them alone with us around the corner.
I see myself dying in this situation, but sure.
When things don't work out, that's when we strike.
Right.
Let's plan this out strategically. Let's get a map, figure out the best high points and low points, and the best way to strike.
Well, the
Because
best
us hiding us all in around the corner doesn't work very well. But if
Well,
we
let's-
strategically put us in different locations,
I'll give you a hint. So this is what's his name?
Karst.
This is Karst. So all the high points and good points will be currently occupied by his people.
Not if we
That's-
take them out.
Dagger.
I'll take that. You take the
Oh, wait. The,
That's we're gonna stay.
Metallurgy.
yeah, that's right next
Gaelic-themed
door.
Music.
That's the only
Huh?
Return.
That's
the
the
only
metallurgy
folk
place is
music.
right next door.
Aliens, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only
Wait,
folk
where is
music
it?
I know.
it's right next door.
I lean out
on
the
top
door
of the
just a bit
guild
further.
hall.
Wait, why would he do it so close? Wait a minute, he wanted a tip for walking next door?
I guarantee they don't have people on top of the guild hall.
No. And that would be a perfect place.
And that'd be a perfect place for Star
Also,
Wars.
the guild hall is full of people.
Yes. And you're a well-known member here.
Well, I'm not
No,
a well-known
he's not.
member here.
No.
No. See,
No,
you have
So
the
you
mis-
are known.
you have the wrong idea.
As long as
I'm
people are from the tavern are here, you are well known.
Well known. Maybe not well loved, but well known.
no, I'm
For
known.
being the troublemaker.
To be fair, we never went into detail why I was in the stockade. I was just in the stockade.
Yeah, not yet.
From the personality I'm giving you, you have a lot to work with.
Oh yeah, I know.
All right. But no, like, so I just lean out and look next door. And I'm like, but why there?
As you guys are kind of planning and everything, you hear this, like the door opens and he's like, the huge guy comes through the door again.
The
fridge.
The fridge?
Yeah, the fridge. yes.
Mr.
not
Fridge.
Brolin.
Oh,
Not Brolin.
Oh, the one who won.
The one who won the drinking contest.
Oh!
I've got to give him a good name for you guys.
Boris.
No. This guy's name
No.
is this guy's name is Fahrenheit.
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 Not Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit busts through the door. Ah! Come with me, my friends. Let's go play. Looks like cards are going on over there. You
I
can
just
tell
wave
he
at
is-
him.
You can tell he is thoroughly drunk.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh,
And
this
there's
is-
like 7 more following that are probably worse like almost worse off than he is.
I'm
This
gonna
is what
tug
we
on
want.
Chase sleeve again. We could use him.
Yes, we
Lose a-
could.
He lose bet. We make him go.
Wait, what?
He goes for us. Instead
To
of
get
us
the
going.
turtle.
Yep.
Yeah!
That was all just like clicks and hand signs.
Okay.
Because whenever I speak to her,
Thieves
thieves
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
So that's all like clicks and hand signs.
So, good question. I have a criminal background. Do I know thieves can?
I'll
In
check.
most
Because
cases,
for some reason in there it does not say I get it, and I always thought that was odd.
Then in that
It's
case,
only for rogues
Yeah.
specifically.
just like
No.
druidic is only for druids.
No, criminal thieves can't is a criminal thing, not just rogues.
It's an ability under the rogue class.
That's true. it would make sense.
That's why I'm asking.
Granted, if you're not, okay. Here's the thing. Specifically for you, you're not exactly a thief, but
Yeah, that's a
you
good point.
work among thieves. You're like a fence. It would make sense for you to know.
Specifically, I'm a smuggler. I'm not actually a fence.
Well,
Close
You
enough.
smuggle and then drop off. You
Yeah.
basically.
I drop off to the fence.
Yeah. You're the middle man. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it would make sense for you to know some. You may not be super fluent in
Okay.
understanding how to
You
do
can't
it,
say everything in it, but
but you would probably understand what he just said, and you'd be like, oh.
I know the important ones like help me. I have money and
Safe turtle.
Where's the bathroom?
Where's food?
Where's food?
Excuse me,
Also,
which
I
way is
don't
the train
speak
station?
the barn is red.
I love the biblioteca.
All right, sorry. So yeah.
Alright. Cool.
Hey, you want to play some cards with us? I'll make another bet.
I'm trying to
Oh,
save some
look!
money.
I like to make bets with you. You're a lucrative lady.
I am very lucrative, but this one won't do with money. I have a package that needs to be picked up next door at 3 a.m.
You're coming on to me.
No! You're retrieving a package for me.
Right.
If I win, you retrieve it.
All right.
If I lose, I'll pay you 50 gold.
50 gold. All right.
But you're playing against him.
Fine, with my cards. He pulls out
God.
a set of cards and hands it to you.
Good thing I'm still proficient at playing
Okay.
cards. They're just marked.
Turtle in danger. Any of that ringing a bell?
Yeah, I just go.
Second.
-2 intelligence. I don't know what you're doing.
Calm down.
No.
Alright, so how are we gonna play cards?
Excuse me.
Okay.
amigo. I am going to. go in the
I want you to make
I was just about to say the same thing.
make your sleight of hand.
Sígueme. Vamos al techo.
Oh! Make your sleight of hand.
Oh no.
18.
Okay. You have your absolute way with him and all his friends.
And it wasn't even my deck!
Oh man, it is the night, man.
He's just this
are.
4-foot bird.
He's
against
like,
a
you see him. He pulls like you're baiting him in. You get him going and get it like you've purposely lost a few
Yeah, oh, yeah.
rounds and stuff, and he's fighting.
I con him good.
Yeah, you've got him so hard, and he's like, fine, here, and he pulls out his whole bag that all of his earnings, and he puts it out on the table. I've got you this time, little birdie. And he puts it. It's like final call. Everyone's placed all their full bets.
Just,
He's
like,
all
blank
in.
Face.
Yeah, you can't. There's not a lot of tells on a beak anyway, right?
I don't know if anybody
Like,
could.
even the eye is like, there's like no expression, just.
dead eyes.
He puts him down, and he's actually got like a decent hand, and you
I
just
look
kind of
over,
like,
I kind of like rearrange his cards so they're in a better position. Lay down mine.
yeah. What you he thinks he has a decent hand. You actually look at it like when you rearrange it, you're like, you have like a pair. Anyway, like he is so sloshed, he's gone.
And I just.
He thinks he's good.
And this is who you think will
Yeah,
be
he has
awake
a
at
Lay
4
around,
a.m.
and everybody else in the whole place is like, ah! They are so mad. He just took him for everything he had, and he looks. He's like, fine.
How much gold did I just earn?
1,500?
No, you earned yourself like 700 gold.
The bird is loaded.
Yep. He's like, fine, I'll go for you. What is this mission?
I reach out.
Where
to
is
him.
Make it hail.
package? No,
Sorry, tell him.
no shake hand. He shakes your beak.
Plotted.
I tell him the store
Meanwhile-
we're gonna go to, and that the package is a turtle. A big
Turtle?
turtle.
Big turtle.
Big turtle.
Like how big is turtle?
How big is your turtle?
Alright, so he's about yay big by yay big, and we would like him unharmed.
I must be far more drunk than I think. How big is this thing?
Well, he's big enough that I can ride him.
You're an old man. Okay. I go to get turtle.
At 3 in the
Where?
morning.
What is wrong? He's laying eggs or something?
If it was that easy.
Sure.
Well, it's gonna be a hard pickup, a distraught pickup, a pickup
Shut up.
filled with danger.
Shut up.
I like
Shut
danger.
up.
Okay.
See,
Oh,
I
okay.
thought a
Keep
man of
going.
your
Keep going.
disposition might
Keep
enjoy
going.
that.
Keep going.
Sounds fun to me.
Yes.
What am I doing?
Next book.
Stop anybody from trying to stop you from taking the turtle.
Okay.
And please make sure the
Do
turtle.
you really think turtle? This sounds like something else. Do you really think turtle will be there?
I hope so. Yeah, this is already a bad plan, and I don't have the intelligence to know what to
While
do.
they're doing the whole cards thing, I would love to have scouted the metallurgy place with my familiar.
Great, go upstairs
Okay.
and look out a window.
That's cool.
Ahorita vamos al techo.
So
You don't necessarily understand what that means, but
Uh-oh.
you might be like, what the heck did you say about it?
it's reaching
Sorry.
on for midnight at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you send out the familiar.
Yep.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. And also, because he is a hawk, I do have advantage on sight checks.
Yes, I know.
UAV online.
18
Don't you have
18.
advantage?
Nice.
on sight checks. This is an investigation.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I make it. You can make it an advantage, but I'm guessing
Okay.
it's probably going to be your higher roll.
Natural
Not-
20!
Oh well, okay.
So 23 or 25.
So, with that link that you have with
Mhm.
the bird, you can definitely see there are places that have already been set out. You can see the remnants of positionings up on the top of the metallurgy building, on top of the guild hall, and through like all of the surrounding area.
Okay.
You can actually see that Shellington, like just from the bird's eye view that you have, because you have quite the distance of sight, you can actually see where Shellington probably got picked up. He hadn't even hit the water.
Oh.
No, he's probably hungry. Poor turtle.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the places it's not currently inhabited by those people who are going to be in those positions, but they have checked their places,
Okay.
so they know where to be in the next 3 hours. You're not sure when they're going to return,
Mm-hmm.
but you definitely know where they will be. At least from the ones that are up top.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's hidden deep in shadow amongst the buildings, like in the alleyways and such, you may not be able to see very well.
Yeah.
For that, but everything else, yeah, you've got an idea.
Ikumpa, what do you see?
Still didn't give us the answer whether the turtle's gonna be there.
He can't see or hear what's going on around here,
Nope.
where you guys, while he's doing this sight with
I'm-
his familiar.
Hey.
So it's actually, yeah, you're like slap his face. Check.
Ah!
Say what?
So you didn't give us the answer we wanted, whether the turtle was there or not.
Whether the turtle was there or not. No, the turtle isn't there currently. I mean, like I said, he can see where people have set up to be. It seems that there have been those types of things. Like you can see that there are steps and markings and like stuff that's been pushed out of the way from where it had been sitting.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that goes, like you can see footprints that seem to have led to lookout places. It just feels that those will be the places to watch.
Yeah.
It could simply be someone that's gone up onto there and done some sort of moving or cleaning, or
The fact
just
that it's
looked
also
out.
on top of the guild halls kind of says otherwise.
The fact that it's on top of the guild hall is really unsettling.
Yeah.
Actually.
So while they're setting that up, and while he's doing that, Nero is currently getting a bag that would fit about 1,500 coins worth of stuff, and is currently filling it with rocks.
I almost got 1,500.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah, he's actually really cool.
Like, how much are you off?
I have 829 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not too bad. He's
This
about
bird
half,
is
he's, a little
loaded.
over, he's a little over halfway there. He's got a small fortune, guys. He is really.
Rich.
He's made out. He's made
You
out
make friends
here
with
really
the
well.
birds. Does really well for me. Just need to trade him a bunch of keys.
The thing is, by the end of the day, she's gonna have most
Yeah,
of this
his
gold.
val-
and I'll just
his
have a
value,
handful of
he's like,
keys.
all right, coins for keys. Coins for keys.
You need to just figure out how to make keys.
Out of gold coin.
No, out of copper coins.
Or both.
Anyways,
Anyway.
so that's what you catch.
Okay.
You wake up with a slapped face and it kind of burns where you've been.
What?
How did there sound that?
You've just got the red handprint.
Say what?
Why?
No?
No.
Okay.
Try to-
Yeah. So you guys are sending off. Yeah.
We're sending a distraction.
Yeah, you're sending off Bernhardt to go and make this pickup at 3 a.m.
I'm gonna follow him.
No, this is a bad plan.
It's a
I-
distraction.
I tell him what I found.
Okay. Is there anywhere you saw where I could see these lookout spots? Where not be seen.
Well, none of them are there currently.
Okay.
So, what
So-
if one of us is in those spots when they get there?
The top of the guild hall might be a good option. Because those are kind of the most worrying. Because
You said there were a couple of spots out there where they had set up, or where they're setting up lookout points on top
Yes.
of the guild hall.
mhm,
How do you think they got on the techo?
that's what's worrying. I don't know.
Entonces, I am going to find this the way onto the roof and wait there. And if someone comes up, I will kill them. And if not, I go on the roof and I shoot them with my bow.
If I come up, don't kill me.
Okay. Estamos de acuerdo aquí. Okay.
No, but what I'm
No te
saying is,
preocupes.
what if I go to the drop-off and we don't send him until absolutely necessary?
We're sending him for a distraction. I need you to find the turtle.
Yes, but you don't seem to understand the fact that if he is the one that shows up, if they have Shellington and signal him to be executed because the person who was supposed to be doing the pickup didn't show up, I can't really find him now, can
Do
I?
you really think they're going to be there right at 3, or are they going to be there a little earlier?
They're probably going to be there earlier, which means
So what do you think we're going to do?
probably be there earlier. Now, if we can find Shellington earlier than they appear there, then there's no real point in going to the drop-off now, is there?
Yes, but then it's just pure entertainment.
And gold.
Two people.
He just shakes the bag.
I'm not intelligent enough to know what to do with this. This is not...
Welcome to
I
the
am now
real
thoroughly
life.
convinced this entire expedition is going to die. And now I'm mostly following them just to see who kills them.
See how it happens. Like, this will be a fun story.
Roland is around, right?
Brolin has not showed up to the guild hall.
I wonder if I see him. Because I'm looking for people now.
Yeah.
Well,
You
you're...
see him?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you walked upstairs and he was just there, because it's not like he's doing, like, he is doing a good job of stealthing to keep out of sight, but he still has to be somewhere to listen to you guys. So as you come up to the upper floor, as you want to go up to the ceiling, you're going up the roof, right? Make me a perception check.
Please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. 12.
12?
It's not bad.
It's not good
great.
enough. Yeah, you walk by as if he were just nothing more than a shadow. Like, just no one of consequence. Nothing of consequence. Just pass right by him. Maybe he does his little phase thing. I don't know.
I can't. I probably wouldn't use that foolishly, but I mean, I can probably make myself not as noticeable if I want.
Yeah.
Shellington dies, and I somehow change from a cavalier to a samurai.
Remember, you're not even a cavalier yet.
Nope. But that
So
was
the
plan.
people that you do walk by and notice, it just seems like guild members that you've seen. They don't seem up to anything, and he just doesn't seem to be there. If you're looking specifically for him, I mean, obviously you're just looking for shady characters or whatever. It's just he doesn't show up to you. He just doesn't come into you. Like, oh, I need to pay attention to that.
I probably saw him. I just didn't.
You probably saw him. You just don't recognize
It's like Waldo.
for anything big.
The freaking Waldo blending in the background.
Right. You're gonna wear his Waldo book. Just need to take that beanie. All right, so you make your way up to the roof. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Or thereabouts, or near the entrance. Isn't there like a room that goes up to that, or like a stairway, or
Yeah. So
like
you're
an
gonna
attic or
be
something?
There would be like at the end of a hall a stairway that would lead up to the roof.
Okay.
So you do that.
I'm gonna try to find a position up there where if someone were to come through the door, they wouldn't see me at
Yeah.
first. In which case, I can ambush them and get the jump on them.
Okay. Just make me a quick. Oh, what's best to do? Just make me a quick. Perception, insight. Do insight. Either way, insight for this. Just because
Insight makes
you're gonna have
sense.
that, you're gonna have that gut feeling of this is the right place to hide.
Alright, I'm using this real quick. Get that one. 16.
16. Yeah, you've got a good feeling for this. You are a soldier, and you know what you're doing.
Oh, sailor.
Well, sailor. Yeah,
Close enough.
you know how to deal with this kind
I
of
am a
stuff.
combatant.
You have fought, so you get yourself set up. It's still hours away from the time.
Okay.
Anything anyone else is going to do?
I'm going to let the group that's planning know about the layout I've found.
So Kia and I are gonna be sneaky. I'm assuming you're just coming with me.
Yeah.
We're gonna sneak into the said building and scout out thoroughly.
The metallurgy.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully find the place where they probably would stash the turtle. And find the place.
You want to actually
hide
get
there.
into the metallurgist building.
Mhm.
Okay, need you to pick locks.
I got
and
that.
Sneak. So sleight of hand and stealth.
For lockpicking?
Well, sleight of hand for lockpicking.
I thought I had my thieves tool.
I guess.
Oh yeah, it's your thieves tool roll, huh? So yeah, you proficiency your thieves tool.
Is that what? 20 plus dex plus for thieves tool?
It's
That's right.
yeah, it's basically a sleight of hand roll
Well, okay.
because your sleight of hand has proficiency, right? Oh, your sleight of
Yeah,
hand
but
does
I
double
have-
proficiency.
Yeah, but I also have double proficiency in thieves tools.
So it's the same roll.
Can I also suggest the
So,
fact that there's a
22
larger
on
building
stealth.
next to the metallurgy? That
And you don't need to worry about the lock picking. He's doing the lock
Yeah,
picking.
22 and stealth.
That's nice.
24.
20. You are inside. And roll your stealth.
Oh,
Natural
why? Go away, bird.
Hey, I got the lock.
Okay, so you get the lock, and you move in. Everything seems to be going great.
All
You
your
walk in
goals.
silent as can
Oh, I
possibly
probably
be.
left that behind.
Key sees a wall of keys, and it's jingle, 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 jingle. Those things start going into pockets, and he's just like enjoying his life.
It's like he's in a candy store.
Going to kick Key out now.
You quickly hear, dear, there's something going on in the hall. There's something going on in the store, and you can hear a shing of a blade
Oh, shit.
and lantern as
Oh. Are there people outside that are saying this?
Outside that are saying this?
Where are these
No,
people?
They're on the upstairs of the
they
middle.
live in the building.
We're in the
Okay.
building.
The people
Yeah.
own the building, probably.
Okay.
Okay.
We said we were
I was
smart.
trying to figure out who these people are and if I can see or am aware of this.
You
from
would
my
not see
position on
this
the
or be
roof.
aware of this. This is with like, you might see the upper floor light of that building that's across the way because it's like literally next door.
Well,
Can I
that's
still
ready.
see stealth?
So yeah, guy comes down. He as the jingles of the keys, and he's like, he realizes at that point, cheap, cheap. Run
Just like pop down and I'm
Yeah.
looking at it.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
He comes down to this lantern and blade in hand, looking. He does not see you whatsoever, but he does see the bird.
You're on your own, Key. Good luck with this.
And he just comes in. He's like, "What are you doing in here?"
Drop the keys. Just actually, no. I'm gonna toss them at him and then book it out the door.
Okay. He just and he just
Booking
comes
it out the
running
door.
after you. Yeah. Are you? Where are you running to?
Let me see the map. Because I'm definitely not gonna run back to the Thieves Guild right away.
Or the
Or
Blade Hall.
the Blade Hall
Blade
right
Hall.
away.
That would be kind of stupid.
Let's see, we're here, and it's there.
Mhm.
It's weird. The longer this goes
So,
on, the
I-
less likely I feel like Shellington will ever be seen again.
It's okay. No one really wanted you to be a cavalier anyway.
I'm gonna run across the street and into the park.
I see
This is why I like.
Okay.
Pharaoh was convinced that none of you were going to
Um,
survive
so-
this.
Hey, I've been doing fine so far.
Side chatter.
I see this random bird run out of the thing.
You should know who
So,
he is.
I do know who Key is. In which case, I have rope.
Okay.
I don't think
Let
he's.
it out. It's like, Key!
But he's running opposite.
Yeah,
of you.
he's not
Okay,
running
never
towards
mind.
you.
Yeah, he's right.
The Blades Hall right next door, but I'm running this way.
He's booking it out into the open space.
I'm going into the park with the trees, and I can probably hide a bit better.
Yep. Go ahead. You make a stealth check for a hide.
You said you.
Roll
No,
good.
you
The
failed.
Turtle
Yeah.
was taken. Or Shellington was taken.
Where he was picked up, yeah.
Picked up.
12.
Okay. In his crazed, tired, running through the middle of the night, he is not able to find you as you hide amongst the bushes in the park. He's like,
I'm using mimicry to make bird sounds and stuff as well, just to keep myself hidden.
in the middle of the night.
Well, crickets then.
Okay.
I'm making nature sounds.
Okay. Nature sound.
So it's like
Kenku, the fancy white noise machine.
I'm making cricket
He just
sounds.
goes, he's like,
insect sounds.
I don't know where you went, you little goblin, but don't you come back.
My dear.
They're
This
bees!
by myself.
Seriously, people in this town. As he just walks
I got the
back
guy
in
that-
his,
Guys
in
sticking
his
heads
night
into lobster
clothes.
tanks, little
But
goblins
you're
stealing my
turtle.
keys.
So, yeah. You, though, while all that happened, are free to go.
I want to find. I'm gonna look for the spots that he saw to see if it was truly just like cleaning or actually like set up.
Oh, so you're getting up
Or-
to the top. So yeah, you make your way up to the ceiling, up to the roof, and you can tell this is a setup. This is people prepping. You can actually, they're like stashed is a quiver of arrows.
I'm gonna take their quiver of arrows.
Okay, you take the quiver. You want to? Okay, you take the quiver of arrows.
And then I'm gonna try to find if there's a possible location they're gonna stash the turtle for this drop off.
Okay, just make a quick perception.
18 plus 2, 20, but not natural. 20, but not natural.
Right. To be honest, make me an insight too, just real quick, just so that we get a full scope of what's going on.
16.
So, just by what you see, you're like, there is no good place for them to have this to be hidden in any ways. There's not. They don't feel like there's a good place to stash it, and you got a gut feeling this is going to be like, this is the payment, and they'll give you the turtle later. You don't think it's going to be here on site.
So we're gonna have to capture some.
So what I assumed was going to happen.
I would like to go to the spot where the turtle was taken.
Okay.
And see if I can find any like stray animals or anything to talk to.
Okay.
We got a guy who
Anybody
talks to
that has
fish. We
pets.
got a guy who talks to stray animals.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to find
ranger.
any like stray dog or anything.
So you can talk to them, they can talk back?
No, I cannot understand them, but they can understand me.
Okay.
So like a normal person.
Okay, preparations.
It's
I'm
a
gonna set up a
speech of
repelling
beast and leaf.
Yeah.
rig so that if need be, if stuff
I can
the fan
communicate
on,
with them, but not
if it's
understand.
fed on the like on the ground, and I can see that happen, I can basically jump
Yeah.
off the roof.
They
and
can
run.
understand the meaning
Okay.
of your words,
Cool.
though you have no special ability to
All right,
understand
sounds
them
good.
in turn. You have advantage on charisma
The
checks.
and if anything else, then it's just a safety in case there's a fight on the roof, like
Yeah,
hand-to-hand
yeah.
fight on the roof, and I get
Yeah.
pushed off. It's like
It's,
safety
yeah.
cash.
Sounds good. Okay. And your check. You actually find a small family of birds in a tree
Oh.
that looks like they have a decent vantage. And when you ask them, you watch the mother just flit down, and she like hops.
walks off in the direction.
She's just like hopping, leaving her
okay, I will
footprints.
follow her.
Yeah. She gives you a basic direction.
Mm-hmm. So as I'm going in that direction, if I see any other animals in that direction, I'll talk to them, see if I can get more directions, see if they have seen the turtle.
Okay, you know that he checked the fishery,
Mm-hmm.
and then he checked around the docks and such, and wasn't able to find him. Like no one saw,
Yeah.
or at least no one openly spoke and said anything, according to his investigation roll.
Mhm. No one saw a giant turtle get carted away.
Yeah, no one saw it. Anyways,
AKA, no one likes you.
or no one is willing to cross karst.
It's a good thing we didn't
is
tell
why I'm talking to
Fahrenheit
animals.
of
Yeah.
who we're going up again.
That was the idea.
So, you find like another rat, like
Mhm.
and it
Sorry, a rat that's about to spill the beans on an evil organization.
right, it's gonna rat. Yep, we've had a stool pigeon and a rat.
I smell a rat.
This thing just runs and you follow along.
Mhm.
It leads you to one of the shipwrights. I believe it is.
Please tell me it's the one that's directly next to the metallurgy shop.
No, it's
No,
the one
the
that's actually
metallurgy is-
directly next to the fishery. It's Valden's, I believe.
Yep, Veldens. Vendals.
Or sorry, Vendel's.
The
Yes.
metallurgy shop's kind of a corner shop.
Yeah, no, but next to it is a shipwright also.
Yeah,
That's-
Yeah.
Errol and Targe. Is-
Yeah. So, yeah. So Vendel's
Mhm.
shipwright, the shipwrights. It leads you there,
Okay.
and it scurries, slips under the door. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not fitting through that. I'm also not going to try and break through here by myself. So I will go back to the Blade Hall and tell them, hey, I think I found out where your turtle is. It's over on Vendel's shipwright place.
I'm out.
Are you actively stealthing or doing anything
No.
while you're doing this? I didn't think
He's just a man following a bird and then following a rat.
okay.
A blue furry creature.
Hey,
Almost looks Dr. Seussian.
were there any like red herrings as well?
In the
Maybe
fishery, I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
That's what I talk to.
All right. So
That's why they're like, I don't know.
You should check
Okay.
over there.
So
red herrings
you
are
make your
like, I
your
know,
way back to
and
the
you-
guild hall,
Yeah.
and with that knowledge,
Yep.
I assume you're probably going to tell and
She's
share.
like, I'm going to be completely open about it. Hey, your turtle was taken to this place.
Assuming by this time I might have returned.
I assume you probably did too.
Yeah.
I don't know about Key.
I don't know.
I'm
about
gonna
you.
stay low for a few minutes and then make my way back.
Okay, so you do that. You do so. Make me a stealth.
Both of us, or
No, you're good.
okay?
Actually, no, you betrayed me.
Yeah, well, I can roll that one again.
You need a dice, Joe.
19.
19. That's good. You make your way back into the Blades Hall, and as you're doing
Not
so,
fine.
as you
Easy, good.
walk
I'll
up,
keep it.
you actually see Credence, and he's like,
be a thing.
"Oh, ho, ho! Hello, little bird. What are you doing? What are you doing out here?" Sorry, I always end up running a little more to the wrong accent there.
That's right. He's the Canadian Swedish.
Yeah.
Yeah, close enough.
I'm just like gonna look around.
The
And
Sweeney.
I'm just gonna go, and then point at Shay if she's inside.
Okay.
Like, looking for tall person there.
Okay.
Okay.
You make your way right in. Go ahead.
Even nod and just scurry around.
You can see he's pretty tired. And he asks, he's like, "Where is our blue friend? Where did he go?
Which blue friend?
Not the shiny bald one.
Okay.
I can
Newly
see
shiny and bald, thank you.
I know."
We're
We're
gonna need some luck for
back
this
around now.
operation.
Huh? Oh.
Just like the wine glass.
Yeah, I was thinking like he gets some soap and no, it won't ring though. It's not. I hope it's not hollow.
Magic it can rain.
Have you seen his intelligence stat?
Yeah. Prestidigitation, thaumaturgy, something.
Oh
All right,
god.
so
Make it sound like a pyramid.
yeah,
Butt of the joke again. How?
Because it's you.
it's Josh. All right, so yeah, you walk in behind Credence, and you hear him say, "Where's my blue friend?"
Oh, hi. You're back.
Oh, there you are. I got words with you. We need to go and talk.
Okay.
Come with me.
One moment. I tell you, I think your turtle's over at that shipwright. Vandal shipwright. And then I will go with him.
What's going on with your turtle?
Bad things, ransom. Would you happen to have 1,500 gold you're willing to part with?
I got gold, yeah.
You have 1,500?
More than that.
Could I borrow 1,500?
I guess you could make a loan on what I'm gonna pay you. Get a little
Yeah, I'm really good about paying those loans
Not
back.
in loan, sorry, in advance, I guess. I don't have a problem with that, since you are putting your life on the line.
Okay.
You're all excited as
Yeah,
money.
could I get that from you?
Yeah, after I've made some words with this one over here.
Could I get that before 3 a.m.?
Ah, I guess so.
This is kind of a time crunch.
Alright, hold on.
Or we could just
He-
get your turtle.
He looks down and checks his bags, and he's like, yeah, that one should do. He
Okay.
pulls off one of these bags, just freaking sorry, it is not. It is small.
Alright.
He pulls it out, gives it to you.
Thank you.
I want the bag back, though.
Yeah, no, I could do that.
Just, think about it, and you can pull all the gold you need out of there.
Yep, I'll check it. How much money's in it?
But I know how much is in there.
I understand, and I promise that if there is any gold missing from this, it will only be to the amount of 1,500 or less.
That better be the story.
Right.
Come along with me.
How much
Furbo.
money's in it?
I'm not telling you.
I'm checking the bag.
Well, yes, but it's not. This is the
Oh,
bag
it's
full
a
of
magic
coins.
bag.
It's a magic bag. It's
Oh,
a bag of
freak.
holding. You don't know how much is in it.
That's how you can carry that.
You
much
can just be
gold.
like, all of the
3,000
gold.
or yeah, like 1,500 gold is a really lot of gold.
That's a good point.
It weighs a ton.
Good news, guys. I got a bag of holding.
Yeah.
To be honest, Key could not carry the gold he has earned.
No, it's in my room.
Like, that's a lot of gold.
Make yourself a little nest egg, so to speak.
So testing the bag, I'm just gonna
Right.
try pulling out like 500 pieces of gold and see if that works.
You do that and just like just pours out over on the table, and you've got everyone eyeing you at this point.
Don't. Hey, this is King's favor-ish things. Don't touch any of the gold. Put it back in. All right.
You see one guy like shh.
Hey,
He
hey.
had been sharpening the blade and is just sitting there eyeing you.
You are not the first person to try.
Or the last.
Did I say I was going to do anything?
You were speaking volumes in other ways.
All right.
It's a very nice
He
sword,
just
by the
kinda
way.
turns and
Good night, but okay.
I don't care. Okay.
Nice piece.
So, different plan. What if we go break Shellington out?
Like we were planning.
Yes.
We were planning.
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
And
Wait,
Yeah.
how's the plan different?
Exactly.
I
you're an idiot.
I don't understand.
Exactly.
How have you lived this long?
Shellington.
Shall
I
it
need
explain?
my brain.
So where? What building is he in?
He told me he was in the
Vendel's shipwright.
Vendel shipwright. Is apparently where he is.
How fast can your turtle move?
I don't
Surprisingly so.
Surprisingly, I don't think we have a stat block for him yet. 50?
50
Will
on
the
the.
turtle
he
let
can-
me ride him if I free him?
I can definitely comfortably fit 2.
I'm not bringing you. You're an idiot.
He can definitely fit 2 when I talk to him.
I'm still not bringing you. You'll get me caught.
You can't talk to
You'll
him.
Get me caught.
You can't
Bring the
talk to
healer.
him.
Can you
See?
point, since you have the map, can you point to the Blades Hall?
Blades Hall is here, and so
Okay.
this is where it is.
How good are you at sneaking around?
Would I have line of sight?
No.
there?
Yeah,
To
you're staying
Vendels?
here. How good
To
are you
the
at
ship-
sneaking
to-
around?
Slightly
From
slightly,
roof to
slightly.
the-
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm okay at it.
You'd have
Yeah, no, you're
a
saying-
border
Maybe
of
to-
sight, but not much.
Maybe like the front of the
Don't
thing
want the
holding back
bird.
all
He just
the-
would have to
Right.
go to key.
To be fair, you could probably only like see this bit.
That's what I'm saying. Just like that corner
Yeah.
of it, just a little bit.
But it's
Though
something-
the other option is turtles probably aren't very good at sneaking either.
No, but I'm relying on him being fast.
You still might need to fight your way out.
No, I guess that's true. I might need some.
So you
muscle.
might need some backup that stays outside until there's a signal.
You two stay outside. I'll go in.
She brings the
Okay.
healer. Telling you.
You
My stealth is
see?
plus
What's,
4.
what are the other buildings?
Oh,
around
you
that?
might
Mi-
be
mine's
afraid.
mine's
The
plus
cat
3.
is with me. Huh?
Mine's plus 3.
Mine's plus 6.
Yeah.
There's a
Mine's
Stormbreak
plus
Guild
1.
Hall, Forges Fish, or
See,
Foggles
I'm not
Fishery,
designed to
and
be
other
sneaky
things.
though.
Like
I
Yeah.
just have a high dex
I'm
for
a
my
kid.
fighting.
library.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
cat's
Just
stealthy.
the big
by
one, yeah.
myself.
The cat comes with me.
Yeah.
I'm
You
just gonna
two
be
stay
like-
outside. It's the way you
I don't know
call
why I
the
bother.
turtle.
Are you stealthing?
yes,
over
but
or
it's
are you
not quite.
stealthing over?
I'm stealthing over
Do
to
you think it's gonna be
nearby,
quiet anyway?
specifically within
No.
Okay.
30 feet.
about 70 feet of the building.
This gets me
Go back.
killed. I'm
I'm
coming
not
to
gonna-
haunt
I'm not
you.
Oh,
If it gets you killed, we'll get all of us killed.
Valid.
And then
What's the point of the 70 feet? I'm just wondering.
I'm gonna cast sleep on the building to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sleep doesn't have any effect on elves.
Yep.
So I can go in.
Well,
He can go in.
I
He
can
can
go
go
in.
in.
Instantaneous.
You're
I'm
out.
gonna wait till I see them.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna.
I'd probably sleep.
So it's going
Okay.
If you want, you can take my
Okay,
email
so
here. I can then
every
keep
one
an
of you
eye
guys
on your
is-
progress.
I love it.
Do I
So
see
are
him
you
now?
going-
This is
going
an
with
actual
the
bird, not a
mittens?
kenku.
I don't know.
How is your stealth on
Not
that
if he's
roll?
gonna sleep,
It's alright.
because I'd probably fall asleep.
I'm just sort
You-
of.
you don't know about
milling
this.
About, like,
You don't know
If
about
he's
him.
not-
Stealthing.
Oh, that's right.
Roll your stealth.
That's right.
You also don't know about this.
I'm also I'll
True.
look out right now. So
So then, yes, the plan is I'm going.
So you get hit on by about 7 different women at the same time. All of them thoroughly drunk by what you can tell. They smell pretty bad. Just I mean that's that alcohol off of them. and everything.
Are any of
Throwing
them-
themselves at you? 2 of them actually are from the party that you entertained at, and offering to come back with, like, to take you back to home with them.
Stealth. Not bad. Haven't rolled mine yet.
I got perception 16. So
I'm-
Yeah, you
no.
probably see something.
You have
going
lost
by.
my trust now.
I got him.
You're like,
I made a good stealth on the way
Is
back.
that?
oh.
I got you into the building.
Should I sign
we
in
are,
on
it
it?
is dark. You don't have you don't have good dark sight.
Nope.
So you just see something going on out there, but you may not have exactly.
If there's
knowledge
if there's
of who it
torchlight,
is.
this is a city after all. I'm
It
not
is a
built
city,
to-
but it's still dark.
This is still
you're
the
talking
docks.
you're talking hundreds of feet
That's
off.
fine.
You know, so it's not like it's like nearby.
Nonetheless, crossbows out, and I'm sighted it on the
I'll
head.
shoot him in the head.
so I know how to wait and when to wait and when to pull the trigger. The
So,
safety zone will
Are any
then.
of them wearing? Are any of them wearing like metal jewelry?
What's that one?
Yeah, especially the 2 ladies that are hitting on you. They have one has a brooch
This one.
that's like nestled, and it looks old. It looks pretty old. It looks it's got an ivory carving on it.
Alright.
The other is wearing a gold necklace with a really gaudy ruby in the middle of it.
Okay.
No, this
And just clarify, neither of them are iron. They're like gold or silver and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'd be like, I have business to be about, but later I'll be at the palace.
And they just look at you like, so big boy. I just they're sloshed.
Mm-hmm.
So they quit pursuing as you make your way, but you have now made a spectacle of yourself a little bit. You are not going unnoticed.
Well.
So where are you going to?
So I am
You
going.
want to be about 70 feet.
Yeah. So I'm probably.
You don't want the turtle.
Let's see. I'm probably like making a show of walking through the park because there's this pathway right here that's probably within range.
Okay, now the whole building is pretty big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you're wanting a 70-foot casting range, you're probably going to be on top of the building.
Oh, okay.
Just saying, as far as
Okay.
that
So
goes.
I've got 90 feet of range for the casting. So okay. So all right. So then I'm just sort of like meandering my way sort of down this, making a show as if I am also somewhat drunk.
Okay. And then trying to get up on top of the building,
Like,
or at least next to the building.
yeah, sort of like around next to the building.
Okay. You make it look like you're peeing in the alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm still keeping an eye on you. You're the only thing.
you
that
probably
I-
can't see him at this point
Well,
because you
I'm
can
at
only
least
see like
watching
the
where-
front of that building. So
I'm
you
at
watched
least
him.
watching where he walked off towards.
Right.
I'm waiting for sounds or anything to indicate that he's up to something.
Okay.
And if he is, I'm gonna hunt him down.
Also, note to you: if we do get out of this, me and Shellington are jumping into the sea.
You're not gonna come with us or the rest?
No, we're coming with you guys. We're just going to be waiting for you outside the city walls. Because, well, yes, it's kind of hard to find sanctuary for a turtle in a city.
It's true.
So if we do free him, we're going to be hanging out in the water.
Sanctuary for a Jägermoth.
It's true also.
Yeah,
We really
you
shouldn't
can
be
fit through a
mentioning
doorway.
Okay.
You're looking for a wildlife
So-
sanctuary.
He's made his way over. You guys going over there now?
Yes.
that. Yep.
All right.
Lookouts outside. Sneaking in. We're going.
Yep. And I'm
You two
sending.
are sneaking in.
Yeah.
And my hawk
Apparently, I'm
is.
staying
He's-
behind.
Getting put on the bench because of the key fiasco.
Don't trust him anymore, do you?
And my familiar
He's in
is with
timeout.
her.
So
Yeah.
when they get close to the building, like before they enter, I'm going to cast it so that the 20 radius circle sort of in front of the door is where I'm casting the sleep spell, and then so it's just going to hopefully put most of the people
So,
inside sleep.
For people who don't know magic very well, as in not my character but myself, does the sleep spell just affect those that are there right when it's casted, or does it affect someone who's walking?
It's there that are
It's,
right when
it's in the immediate vicinity as it's being cast. So
Okay.
a 20-foot radius. So it's a 40-foot diameter circle that he's hitting everyone in that range.
So like if we walked into it, it wouldn't put her to sleep
Yeah, afterwards.
afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards no, because it's not a lasting effect spell.
Okay.
It's just it hits them, and once they're asleep unless they get attacked. They can be woken up.
just watching?
He figures you guys will give me some more interesting information if you don't get yourself killed in the city.
Okay,
This is true.
go ahead. You cast your spell.
Okay.
You gotta roll up how much.
How much hit points it goes, and then it goes in ascending order, so the weakest ones fall first.
Right.
So while that's happening, Key is being benched. He's just sitting in the room right against the door, taking all his keys and seeing which one works.
You got one off of Brolin, didn't you?
Yeah.
So the key that you got off of Brolin. Okay.
That's just something Key does in the pastime. He's gonna find every lock and just try all of his keys.
Okay, so it's 30 hit points of sleep.
First, you rolled 7 points, and then you rolled 30.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's really quite good.
It's a nice spell.
Sleep is awesome.
Sleep can be very, very good. Okay.
At lower levels.
Especially if you get 80 hours a day.
Yeah, it's good at low levels. It's no good at high.
Well, at higher levels, I get an additional 2d8 for each spell level higher. I
right.
cast
You
it,
have
so-
to cast at a higher level to even
Yeah.
reach,
Right.
even come close. opposite.
Thing. And then
So
you
for
wanna cast other spells,
you, key, you're trying the key on
I'm
places.
just bored, so I'm just trying everything. All but the one key.
All but which one key?
The one key.
To
that
roll
I got
them
from
all.
His past.
My past.
Oh,
That
That
key.
The one key to rule them all.
right, right.
Trying all but that key.
The one key,
to
the
find
one
them.
scabbard, the
In the
one
darkness
turtle.
bind them.
But yeah, so you're trying different keys. None of them seem to work in here. You try Brolin, like you try Brolins on a bunch of different doors.
Just walking through the guilds.
The logic would say it's probably Brolin's key, so you like go and get in get near Brolin's room and try it. And you're like, why didn't that work? You're a little bit surprised. Now it's interesting. Now it's interesting.
Secrets.
Why does Brolin have a key that doesn't open doors in the guild hall that you know of?
Specifically for this scenario.
I want you to roll an insight.
Curse my dice.
Too late, you
The
touched
dice
it.
have been cursed.
That's a 3.
No.
Man,
Everything but sleight of hand is just not
you are
good.
you are so intrigued by this. You're thinking of all the things he could have a key to. You're like thinking of big treasure hoards
Filled
and
with
stuff.
keys.
You're like, it can't be in this building. It's got to be somewhere else.
It's gotta be somewhere else.
It's nowhere else. I tried all
Does
the
he
doors.
have a home?
Yeah.
There's no way there's a trunk in his room or anything.
Yeah. So now at this point, that's kind of where you're. That's where you're
Okay.
at. You just don't have any idea what in the world it would open. So yeah, that's you. Now, my people sneaking in. Roll your stealth. Roll your stealth there.
Got a 22.
I got a 12. Wait, is that 6? Yeah, 12.
The cat's stealthier.
Yeah,
You rolled what?
I got a
22 and a
12.
well.
There's
He
another-
cursed the dice.
Yeah,
Cursed my dice. He touched my dice.
Yeah, what is up?
So I'm assuming I'm standing near the building, but I'm not. I'm
Yes.
sneaking in.
Okay. So,
Two more.
yeah, the cat's doing great. She is moving with cat-like grace, and you're doing a little less so.
You trip on a nail.
Ouch. That'd be like a 1.
Yeah. So you guys make it. You guys make it over to the door. So far, nothing's happened. But make your lockpick check.
I'm going to be watching through my familiar.
Is that
so
the
I
sleight
can
of hand?
see if they
Yeah, it's
have
sleight of
any
hand.
help.
19.
Or well, it's thieves'
20,
tools, but
21.
it's basically the
These
same.
tools, which is usually D20 plus Dex plus proficiency.
Which is
Where
basically
are
the
you
exact
at,
same thing.
Teddy?
I'm with them over at
yeah,
the
basically, yeah,
Twenty-
basically the same thing.
Okay, yeah,
21.
As familiar or like
21.
actual?
You
key?
definitely get the
Both.
door open.
Okay, you're both
That's
there.
not a problem
I'm
at all.
setting the familiar with that group, and I'm staying outside.
So the familiar, are you flying it indoors with them after, or are you just observing from above?
Is there an open window?
I
Kind of like it's a falcon. It's a bird.
mhm.
Is it a bird or no?
She's like,
No, you better not make me.
when she's coughing
Lose my
feathers
stealth
up, and you
roll
ask where
because
the
I'm-
familiar's gone.
Is it a peregrine though? Is it-
No, it's a hawk, not a falcon.
Not a falcon.
Just
I'd love to
kidding.
get a falcon, but their stats are higher, so I couldn't take one.
Anyway, so according to D&D, falcons
Falcons are better.
are superior to hawks.
Mm-hmm.
They're faster. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you observing just from
Oh,
the
yes.
top or flying in with them?
I'm probably flying in with them so I can see when they. I could also perch it on one of them.
Okay.
Maybe not me.
Probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't perch it
Yeah,
on the...
not on the
The cat's
cat.
just
Well, either way, the cat's going to see a bird landing. Make a wisdom check.
Dinner.
At least
She
it's
just came
not
from
an
a
intelligence
feast.
check.
She's well fed, but
Mhm.
there's still instinct involved.
Is the wisdom modifier?
Like a wisdom save.
Save.
Yeah.
18.
18. She holds back. She's a cleric after all. It's not the bird's time. Not yet. Okay.
But soon.
I want to point out that this bird is a fae that has taken the form of a bird.
Bird to her.
What's the word?
It's a Boyd.
It's a blade.
I'm just sitting there.
All right, so you open the door. What you see before you is about 15 people who have just lost it and are on the floor asleep, just zing away. That's like you can look up above in some of the like higher like this is the shipwrights, right? It's like there's upper floor stuff where they are working on building the ships and stuff, like they've got walkways and things. There are people who have fallen asleep. There is a dead man on the floor who fell off the walkway by what you can tell.
Another Wilhelm bites the dust.
So there's more of a.
There's people throughout. They've been working on the current ship that is in this like dockyard type thing, right?
Oh, it wasn't part of the.
And
What?
It's probably just an innocent person working on the boat.
yeah, you killed an innocent random person working on a boat.
Oh well.
Oh well.
I mean, he would have died in a few decades anyway. It's not that big. a deal.
Oh wow! Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Manhattan. I'm so glad that that's your view of humanity.
Honestly, though,
I'm
Okay.
500 years old. You all live like that.
So you can see that, and you're like, "What the freak is going on in this place? It's weird. I mean, that's crazy. Why is everyone sleeping?"
Like, what kind of overtime are these guys pulling to be up that like midnight or whatever, trying to work on a boat?
Well, yeah.
night shift, man. Night shift.
Yeah.
Night shift. Like,
You can see though there are still some people milling about within the place. They are starting to wake others up as they notice what happened.
Is anyone worried about the guy who just fell?
When they notice what happened, probably, I'm sure. Anyone in the nearby vicinity is asleep.
No, that's fair.
So
do this quickly.
yeah. As far as stealthing goes, you're not doing poorly.
They're possibly a little distracted by something
You're
else.
probably gonna make a quick. I would make an investigation check, see if you can figure out where the turtle is.
Both of us? Just
Yeah, well, both of you would make
probably
take
not
the,
gonna do very
both
good.
of you roll take the higher.
It's a 7.
My 11 minus 2.
It might be the same number.
11.
9 and 7.
11.
11. Okay, you got an 11. Okay, 11. You looking at everything. You catch the edge of a flipper, like the muddy air, because this area is not dry, right? It is a dry dock technically, but like they do have the push off point for the water, right? And so it does get wet, and you can see like a dried muddy area where there's like a ridge line that doesn't look like a foot. It's way too big and curvy. That kind of leads you in that direction. There's not a place that would be very good for like there's not like there's no sub levels to this. This is where it's at, right? So the best you can tell, you can't see it here. It's probably on the boat.
On the boat we go.
I'm on a boat.
So that's where you're going to.
Going to the boat.
What?
This is the loneliest of islands.
Okay. You walk into the boat. What you see before you, I mean, this is, only partially built. There's little bits of light coming through the openings, giving you just a vague shaping. I guess, does our cat, Mittens, do you have dark vision? So
And
both
so
of
do
you,
I.
oh, I know. I wasn't concerned there. With your superior sight, you can make out a shape. It looks like a human. It looks like a big giant turtle or a rock or something sitting out there in the far side of the ship. people aren't really on the inside of this at this point. When you make it over there. You've luckily not been noticed so far. People have been a little more concerned with other things.
Luck is on our side.
When you get over there, you see that the turtle is breathing, but not conscious. Like not, yeah. It seems to have been knocked out in some fashion.
You're gonna make this hard on me.
I gotta heal the
It's like an 800-pound turtle. So
Did I knock the turtle out too? What?
no.
Oh, okay.
That'd be really funny.
That'd be
though.
kind of funny.
Say what?
I said I can heal the turtle.
Got something
You
to
could
wake the
use
turtle
healing
up?
on it if you wanted to.
I mean, wake him up.
Wake the turtle up, cause I'm not moving this thing.
Sorry.
As she's
Okay.
working on waking him up, can I check to see if there's anything like holding him?
You pull out
There.
all those schnapps.
Yeah, so you can see that his back flippers have been tied. There's a rope around the other part, like holding down his front flippers.
There's just a single rope around the midsection.
yeah,
Well, that's easy to get rid of. No locks to pick.
right. You can just
So,
cut it free.
While she's doing that, I fixed.
'Kay.
Release.
You cut him free.
everything.
You wake him up, and he's just like,
Calm down.
It's okay. It's okay.
like you can hear the flipping, this like kind of clunk, 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 clunk,
You got some animal handling or something?
No, I don't.
you hear like outside kind of a little bit muffled sounds, but you hear, what in the world is going on?
I'm trying to calm him down.
It's a bad omen when the ship starts flailing.
Give it her all she's got.
So there's a few people making commentary while there's something going on the inside there.
Move, turtle.
I'm trying to figure out because Nero is probably outside with him, just like, yeah, just at this point, it's just worrying.
Okay.
So I have his familiar. Is there a way I can contact him?
I'm watching all of this.
Animal handling for you guys dealing with the pet.
He's a person, thank you.
Roll.
It's
No.
just gonna be a straight roll.
Oh.
5.
19.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. All right, so you're able to calm him down, and he looks you like right in the eyes, and he's like,
Can you hear me?
he just kind of keeps like he's just like motions his neck back, cranes it back. You get the idea that he wants you to just hop on.
On the turtle we go. Come on, Kitty.
All right.
Okay, you guys hop
Cat
on the
riding
turtle, and it's just little boxes and such in the places like clunk, and he just keeps just motoring as hard as he can through this thing.
Feeling we're gonna be.
You hear the boom boom over some of the ribbing of the boat and such, and it just kind of just keeps going. It's
gotta
ready to
settle,
leave.
Okay.
As it
That's good.
as it does and actually
Settle for
comes
one.
out of the thing, they're like, "What in the world is that?" There's people yelling, and you can hear all of that going on. And now here was where the problems come, though.
Do I hear this?
Jumping down from the ship, and some coming around the sides. You can see guys that are drawing blades, and like, you're not going anywhere with that, sister.
I snap back. They need help.
On it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm
So,
rushing in.
I guess I'm
Yeah.
watching this and
I summon my blade and rush into the shipwright.
Okay.
So, I am rappelling off that roof now.
Okay.
Going for a better position.
You'll
Taking
have
my rip with me though. Just leaving behind a
you
pin
run-
for later.
at double dash. You got 60 feet per round, right?
Let me check that. Yeah.
Use
I
your
have a
quarterstaff to pole vault through a window.
I don't have a quarterstaff. I got rapier.
So it's gonna
I
take
use
you.
my
It's gonna
lance to
take you
pole
quite a
vault.
while to get over there. You're talking like 1,000 feet.
Nonetheless, I need to get. So
Yeah.
I hear stuff and I need to be over there.
Okay.
Amelia, we probably should have grabbed you.
At this point, I'm assuming all of the stuff is like sort of inside at this point.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
so
we
I'm gonna
wanted you
saunter
there
over to the
in
front
case the
door and just
turtle
sort of
wasn't
lean
there.
against it and look in, like sort of watching.
All right. I need everybody to roll. Those who are fighting, I need
I'm
you
also
to roll
as we rush in,
initiative.
I'm also casting mage armor on myself.
Okay, that's fine.
That's a 17 for me.
Okay. Everyone make their rolls, and then I'll say here 25 to 20.
I got a 20.
Okay.
Nice going.
I'm not yet in combat.
I'll go ahead and roll up initiative just in case.
Okay, and you need to roll one so I know where your running time is. You know what? It's fine. We won't worry about that.
Okay.
I'll have you roll an initiative when you show up.
Okay.
So what was the
22, 15.
I was 17.
17.
I'm assuming she has a higher.
And did you?
initiative than I do.
Were you just stretching?
Oh yeah, I was just stretching.
Okay.
He's not
So-
snake anymore.
I'm not there.
Oh yeah, you're talking.
I'm talking.
You weren't planning. You weren't really planning on. Were you planning on getting into this with them?
Like
He found out where he was.
I did find out where everything was. I'd be willing to go with them, but the Tajunli is more important.
Okay.
So my
So
AC's up to
we've
a
got
16.
Nero and Shalia, and then 15 to 10.
12.
I got 11.
Ferial and Mittens.
What did you get?
No.
Key
Oh, right.
is
Also,
Not
as
there.
I'm
out of
running,
there, and Fernando.
He got banished.
I'll put you here for now.
I'm trying to
Did
decide
you see
if I
on the
want to
first
do-
combat? Oh.
Guess you could have sworn right now.
Because it is 10.
Combat is nowhere for small birds.
Can we take 30
It's true.
minutes?
I'm better conning cards.
30
hope
minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me grab my bad guys.
It just takes me like 30 minutes to get home. So,
Gotta pre-roll everything for combat here.
Sorry, guys.
It's 60. 10 turns, 600 in 4 minutes. That seems like an awful long time to get somewhere.
I know, right? Which is why I didn't put you in initiative.
The fight very well might be over. by
No,
the
the
time
reason
you
I
get
didn't
here.
put you in initiative is because I'm going to kind of play this a little bit.
Okay. Just said there's a
Because
minute.
I would assume as you see things starting to go down, you've probably gotten down to run to them, and
Well, this word.
that would be that like. So we're gonna assume you're probably a lot closer
It's
at
turtle
this point
bait.
as things actually
Better be
start.
darn special.
Does he
So,
notice
He's
small
the
Special.
brains of their
turning
operation.
locks in the hallway as he's running by?
Or as I
No,
was-
because he's propelling down the
Oh,
outside.
he's repelling down. Okay,
The
no.
question is do I go over a window?
Do you go for a window?
So do I go over a window while going?
He goes over a window, just sees he like
no.
turning locks.
Not one on the lower ground, on the lower floor.
Okay.
If I was a higher level, I'd have darkness, and I'd just cast that.
Okay.
If I was at a higher level, I'd be
Yeah.
able to and just
And then-
I used that to great efficiency in a arena fight against the fighter as a wizard.
1 minute to cover 600
It's a kind
feet
of a
is
nice
like
spell.
Yeah.
taking a is a
That
minute
one?
to
Yeah,
cover
the
2
top
football
book.
fields
More
worth
games.
of space, which seems awfully slow.
Yeah, it does.
Even if you are packing equipment.
Use that. You can run it in a few seconds.
So I would say like 30
Probably gonna
seconds
get knocked
tops
down.
on that.
Freaking a level 1, bunch of level 1 versus a ton of brigadiers.
Even if I were packing a heavy jack.
Okay, guys, let's do this.
And you don't even have the full party here.
No.
All right, so you got so many people. You got three guys. You got 3 guys.
Calling 3.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that
The
first
others
guy
are
there?
kind of standing
Yeah,
back.
because
These
yeah,
ones are
second
the
one
ones that
was-
seem like they're gonna really fight. But they're not flippy. So, yeah, you got 3 guys, but Callum is first. Caleb.
Yes. So I'm rushing in. Set the scene for me.
Set the scene. You have your doorway, and to this side and this side, you've got walkways,
Okay.
right? So you're kind of at the V, right? And this way, you've got walkways, and in front of you, you've got the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
One guy has jumped down, repelled, so he is right next to them, where they are coming out the hole with the turtle.
Okay.
And
I
he's
didn't know
dropped
the
down
turtles
right
were
next to
going
he's
to-
dropped down right next to them, and then the other 2 are coming from either side. They are all within about 35 feet of you.
Okay.
The ones the closest one is straight ahead of you.
Okay. So
He also happens to be the biggest looking of all of them.
okay, I am going to.
Huh?
Why?
Why?
I'm going to run towards the guy on the left, while shooting a firebolt at the guy in the middle.
So there's one to the right and one straight ahead of you.
Oh, okay. So I'm running towards the one on the right. My bad.
So you're going not to the nearest, but the one
Yeah,
that's...
while shooting firebolt at the nearest one.
Okay, cool. Roll to hit.
Yep.
And then after that, Shalia, Nero, get your stuff ready.
That is a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Awesome. That is.
I'm assuming the turtles keep moving while this is all happening. Or
The
is
turtle will be moving.
5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. Okay. She just... You reach out, and you see this small fizzle just come flying right towards you guys and just miss over the turtle's head and just right into the guy. He just... Ah! He's patting out the flames of his shirt. The larger guy that was near you,
Mm-hmm.
He sees that happen and runs to help to aid the comrade and stop the turtle from making any headway.
Okay.
He jumps right in front of the turtle and takes a swing at Shalia. And does not hit you, but wards you and stops. And the turtle's like it kind of pulls back and almost sucks its head into the shell. Yeah, it is now Shalia's turn.
Okay, so how close is the guy in front of me? Is it like melee range or
The
is
guy in
it...
front of you, yeah, they're both in melee range. They're right next to you.
So the guy in front of me that's preventing Turtle to go more forward
It's still within the 5-foot range.
is still. So I'm gonna use my rapier instead of my short bow because that makes more sense.
Okay,
Oh, do we not?
Rapier is Dex plus, like your Dex bonus plus your proficiency, and then what you rolled.
So 14 plus 2 plus 2.
Yeah, you definitely hit
14
him.
plus 4.
18.
66. Yeah.
18 hits.
Okay.
Roll your damage. So it's a D8 plus.
Yeah.
1d8
I'm hunting my D8s. Hold on.
plus your dex. So
5.
5 damage. So you just you run in, just stab right up into his shoulder.
That plus your damage modifier.
I think so.
yes.
Okay.
She rolled
He's doing that.
Okay. So she's got a blade stuck into his shoulder. Nero, where are you at?
So I have a lance. So I'm gonna be staking 5 feet behind them.
Okay.
So there's gonna be a 5 foot between me and the target because it has reach.
Yeah, I have a 10.
I am rushing in while basically just yelling, just like, "That's my Shellington!"
Okay.
And I'm gonna go for a.
He actually has his weapon.
Yes, I
Apparently,
did.
yeah.
Ever since the knife thing happened, I've been keeping the lance with me.
Okay.
So I am gonna go ahead and I'm charging. I'm gonna charge the dude who got hit with the flame.
Okay.
If I can get there. If not, I'll hit one of the other guys.
The big guy is actually within range.
Okay, I'll hit the big guy.
Technically, you probably could get within range of
Okay.
the other.
I do have reach, so I do have it.
Yeah. So if
Thanks
you want to
for
hit the small,
fixing
if you want to
that
hit the
for me.
smaller guy, you can.
I'll hit the smaller guy.
Okay.
Alright, now here we go. 9.
9 does not hit.
Gosh darn it, it's all.
So you, my Shellington! You go
Yeah,
to
that was
stab
too
with the lance, and it kind of gets glanced off by the bigger guy as he gets stabbed in the shoulder, and your lance just kind of goes wonk and misses. Which brings retaliation. The
retaliation.
yeah, as
Not for bricks.
the guy that you stabbed at with the lance, like kind of ducks under the long shaft there and just comes up, runs his dagger up into you, and he does 4 points of damage.
So he instantly hits?
No, I rolled the hit.
Oh gosh darn it, he beat an 18.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it, alright, fine.
I mean, daggers actually were used as armor-piercing weapons for...
Okay, Ferial.
All right, so
That was damage.
4. So I'm sort of gonna
We're on
cat
turn.
call at the guy that jumped in front of the turtle. I'm like, takes a lot of bravery to attack 2 women and a tortoise, and
Excuse you?
Is this vicious mockery?
yes, it is.
Thank you for vicious mockery. I have to make a wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah, DC 13.
Oh my gosh! Just roll your damage.
It's not much. It's really not much at all.
I know,
Full
but it
max
puts me at
damage.
it puts me at disadvantage.
Okay, so I got 3 psychic damage, and he's at disadvantage for his next attack roll.
Yeah. By the way, I crit failed that. Okay, Mittens, you're up.
You stand at this.
Bless
You casting Bless on.
Mongrel.
her. I don't know where everybody else is.
He's right next to you guys.
Then him.
And I'm
also
Yeah,
not
there's
looking
also the
great.
turtle.
What's your range on Bless? 30 feet.
Yeah.
I think I'm in that.
You are. He would be just at the edge of it.
Who would? That.
Caleb.
Okay. Then him. Too.
Okay, so you 3 have a D4 for your attack rolls, yeah?
Yeah, and saves.
And saves. Attacks and saves, you get a D4 extra.
Nice.
I'm also not looking terribly well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Gotcha. Don't worry.
Okay, the one that you are running towards
Mm-hmm.
decides to close that gap.
Okay.
And, okay. Drawing out a very large blade, like, swinging around a large blade in hand.
Mm-hmm.
He does 6 damage to you.
Okay. Ow.
He just cuts in, just... You can feel it just slice through into your robes and clothes and leave
I
you
have
pretty
one health
decent...
left.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like we're a level 1 party.
Awesome.
Alright.
Oh, wait.
We are.
It's now Caleb's turn.
Yep.
And I need you to make a initiative roll.
So
It's because we need help.
there is
Take
so
me
there's
to
the
the
guy that
office.
just hit me, and then there is the big guy next to the guy I hit with the fireball.
You okay, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, the same.
I've just not been rolling well.
How? Oh, wait,
It
no.
happens to the best
Okay.
of us, man.
Initiative 10.
Okay.
Which you most certainly. I'm just kidding.
Fair enough.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Mittens, what did you roll? On your initiative?
11.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just making sure. Okay, so what did you roll, Caleb?
I'm still deciding.
Should roll the other dice.
Oh boy. There's my dice. I did not get this position like I thought I would, so we're gonna try Firebolt again.
Hey, your mage armor gives you
16 AC.
60. Okay, I still hit it. I'm
Yeah.
just making sure because I rolled really high, but I just want to make sure for other ones in case I rolled a little lower.
That's a 7.
Doesn't hit.
Wait,
Plus-
I get an
plus
I
your
get
bless.
You get a
D4.
D4. Yes.
Um, 11.
Just hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that the guiding bolt or something?
Bless.
No,
Bless.
Oh, bless.
For 1 fire damage. Do I
No.
get a D4 on that too?
No.
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 You're just like, like you just kind of like flash the flame at him. He's just like, he's getting ready to come back in eventually. It is now the large man's turn to fight.
Miss.
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's amazing. So I rolled the same number twice since I'm at disadvantage, and I don't do a dang thing. He's not able to do anything. So, Shalia, you're up. And Nero, get your stuff ready. You already have it ready, probably.
Still person in front of me. Or close.
Stab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
You need that because of bless.
How?
I know, but I'm not rolling that unless I know I need
Plus a
it.
D4.
No, you always roll it.
Do I always roll it?
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's every turn, it's not just once.
Oh, okay.
So that's a 9.
9.
Dots on the bottom.
Nine,
That might
yep.
work. Plus
4
4
plus
plus
another 4. So 9 plus 8 is
17.
yeah.
Okay, 17 hits for sure. Roll your damage.
That one. 2 plus 2, 4.
4?
4.
4 damage. Again, you're playing Inigo Montoya. You stab him in the other shoulder. All right.
to the
All right.
pain.
So Nero,
Great.
This is not my
So as a
strongest
bonus
guy.
action, I heal 6 HP.
So she's
You heal 6.
Sneak attack. No, nice.
Second
with your
wind.
second wind. Thank you for fighters. Okay,
Fighters rock.
that's your turn, right? Or is that the bonus?
That's
is that the
bonus
bonus
action.
action? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
second.
is that one dude still within 10 of me?
The one is still within 10 of you, and the other one's right there.
Yeah, I'm stabbing the guy within 10.
Okay.
And that was a 13 to hit. Thank you for the
Oh,
blast.
Good. And roll your damage.
Okay. My damage is a d12.
Lances, man.
What is it?
Cocked.
Cocked, but looks closer to 5.
Just like
11.
down to
11.
the end.
13 points of piercing damage.
Oh my holy crap. You just pull back and you're like, "Wah!" You stab through him, it lifts him off the ground, you just
Whoa,
like
Sephiroth.
throw the dead body down onto the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that is the end of him, and that is what a fighter is all about. He's
Welcome
gone.
to the Vintage world.
So is
And
the one
Devito's
with the
technically.
long sword that's over the wizard still up?
The one with the great sword in hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna call to him next. I'm like, hey, is that giant iron monstrosity compensating for something?
Oh my
bard.
gosh, I can't wait to see my life. Okay, roll your damage.
Yes. That one's another 3 damage and disadvantage.
Okay, 3 damage and disadvantage. Okay. It is now Mitten's turn, and then Fernando.
Mittens' turn.
You find yourself coming through the door around the same time that Mittens is making her move.
Alright.
Mittens is making her move. I love it.
Right.
It's the best name.
Mittens has taken the gloves off and is ready to fight.
What range should I go be engaging in for this? For people
Sacred
coming around the
plane.
corner?
Oh,
Will I have the ability to move up
Healing
close?
would also be
Yeah,
very
you'll be able to move.
nice.
You'll be able to
Oh, you want
move.
some
The guy with
healing?
the great sword you can move
Also,
on
you
to,
know
or
healing
the
word
big guy
is
you can
bonus.
move on to
If
as well.
you
Also, do I have bonus
if you go
action
down,
necessarily
because
in
I'm a
fighter
great
or no?
cleric,
Uh-huh.
What
I can
as a fighter, you do have
heal
second
you for
wind
maximum
and
hit.
stuff as a bonus.
Oh, that's
action.
cool.
Okay, so never mind. Not in terms of attack.
Do
so
what
it's
you
not
feel
just
is
one.
correct.
But I'm
Die,
just saying.
she can heal you better.
Mhm.
Oh, you do have
I
that
lose
bonus.
my medical license for nothing.
No, you don't.
I don't have extra attack.
No,
I
you
have
have
extra
second
level.
wind currently. You will get that one, I think, at level 2 actually.
They're gonna be a pillow.
I'm so
Okay,
glad I remembered
that's
about
that's
that.
still fine.
Second wind.
I
I'd
already
work
rolled
a lot
that.
better if I
Okay.
could group my enemies
Had
if I
really
didn't
bad
group them
damage also.
properly this time because
It's okay.
I misunderstood.
Say what?
I misunderstood the setup, so I didn't group things properly.
That's okay. I should have had something drawn out for you. I
Okay,
apologize.
That's fine.
With the
It's a
short
dice
time, I should
properly,
I didn't take
Who-
time to draw
Yeah.
out.
What bad guys do we have left?
We got really big guy.
You got the big. They're both next to each. Or
Really
sorry,
big
there's
guy.
the big guy, and then there's the one that Caleb is fighting over on the side.
So I'll shoot up that guy. The guy that he's fighting.
So
Okay.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred plane.
That's a dex save.
Dex
right?
save.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Just roll your damage.
Roll my dice.
Wow.
You're not making saves.
The dice are saving your lives.
That's pretty much my luck too.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 of those in a row.
What'd you roll?
It's a 1 plus my.
I don't think-
Plus your
Cantrips.
modifier.
Yeah, it was.
It is. It's 1 plus
Plus
the
a
wisdom
modifier.
modifier.
So
Oh.
It's
3
1d8 plus the wisdom
Are
modifier.
you sure?
3 damage. Yeah, that's what it said
That's
in the
what
book.
it says.
Oh, okay.
I just looked it up.
It's
It
3
said
damage.
I'm learning
D8
so many
plus
things about DeVito.
Something modified.
So yeah,
Too
Yeah,
bad.
3.
you just
He
You
did
send
look
it.
at
Too bad he
it.
I
hasn't
just
been
scorch
done
him a
yet.
little bit.
do you have a specific color?
Poible.
So yeah, he's hit with this purple flame that just bursts in front of your face,
Mhm.
and you're out of the way of it, but it just hits him. He now looks a little bit like Taserface.
Taserface! He looked in the mirror and said, what would be an awesome name?
Taserface! Alright. It is now Fernando's turn. Nando Nando!
Okay, 22 to hit.
Hits for sure. Who are you hitting?
I don't even know closest.
You were
guy
running to
was.
the biggest guy.
I guess closest guy running straight at, so probably the big guy.
Okay.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Rapier.
Okay. He's not looking very good. You just kind of stab up. He's got a rapier stuck in the shoulder over here. He's already got a wound here, and you stab him up into the ribs. and
Watch
he's
his
just-
buddy get impaled.
He's not doing very well. It is now.
I guess I dropped the crossbow then. They're killing. That's one of those scenarios where you walk around the corner and go, don't need that anymore.
Okay. Okay, Calum, I am unable to hit you.
Yes.
Yes.
It is now your turn.
Okay. I'm going to swing back with Green Flame Blade.
Green flame.
Blade!
All right.
So I am rolling up with a plus a d4. Okay.
Sadly, you don't have any splash damage to do.
Oh boy,
I miss.
that's
You
a
missed.
4.
Okay.
Well, oh yeah, because so a total of 4 plus 5, so 9.
Did you do your D4 to hit?
I did.
Oh yeah, so you don't hit it.
That's why it's a 4.
So yeah, you swing, and he just kind of moves out of the way of that. Like you can see the licking green flames off the edge of the blade, just swings and misses, as he is really thankful he wasn't in the way of that thing. The big guy,
Is he actually gonna hit me?
or
Or is he gonna go for someone else?
I mean, one of us just impaled a body, the other one just stabbed him again.
yeah, she stabbed him. He's gonna deal with what's in front of him. Because it's about as much as he can move right now with the thing stuck in his side. He does actually hit though.
Oh no!
Yeah. Luckily he only does 4 points of damage to you. With the blade he had in hand.
Ouch.
It is now Nero, Ferial, Mittens, Fernando. Get your stuff ready to go.
Then my turn, right?
Yes.
At disadvantage.
Stabby, 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 stab.
So Shalia's first, Nero, Ferial. You guys are up on deck.
19 plus 4. What's 19 plus 4?
23.
23.
There.
Another 4.
23 hits for
Plus
sure.
another 4.
Plus
Plus
another
27.
four, so it's
Oh, it really hits.
It really hits. Wish you could add some of those to your
It'd be
damage.
nice, right?
Too bad you don't have an ally within
7
50.
plus 2, 9.
9 damage. How do you want to do this?
No, I don't know.
You stabbed
You
him.
wanna kill him?
I stabbed him.
How do you stab him?
Alright, well, I guess we're going to re-roll that.
Throat stab.
Yeah.
You gave
Yeah,
him a
let's do that.
tracheotomy.
All right, you pull out and just put it right up through his throat. You watch the blade go out the other side as it just is just dripping out everywhere, and he slides off of your blade.
Now the turtle's free to run, right?
Yeah, the turtle's like it just starts making its way.
Shellington, go to the water. I'll meet you there.
Oh, actually, I take that back. It may not run because you're right there.
Oh yeah.
It bowls you over.
Hey, buddy.
So the two things around it that are bad guys are dead. So probably just yeah, it's just like
We got one more.
right
Hold
over,
on.
right over to you.
We got one more. Hold on. And I'm gonna go to the guy that he's fighting.
I'm never going fishing without you again.
Agreed. I'm never leaving you again.
Okay, it is now Nero's
So
turn.
I'm going to the guy that he's fighting, and I'm gonna be. It's out of curiosity. Can I still get advantage from a 10-foot hit? Because I have a reach weapon. Because I'm fighting the guy he's fighting, so he's in melee.
You're not
Still
flanking
on the
him, though.
turtle.
I'm not. No.
So is Mittens.
Okay, that's an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to hit.
13 just hits, yeah. Oh, not just hits, but yes, it hits.
Okay, and that's 5, 6, 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, 7 points of piercing damage. How do you want to do that?
Basically, where am I
Well, for
hitting
my
this guy
turn, I was
from?
gonna heal
Am
you.
I from the side? Am I from the front?
You're from the side.
So you get 9 points.
Oh, cool.
I'm
I
gonna go ahead
only
and
have
say,
7.
like, I
Well, see,
run
there you
up
go.
and I
I forgot
kind
how
of
squishy
bring the lance
wizards are.
low and just hit him in the
Especially
corner
first
and just
level
go
wizards.
Oh, I
through
know.
his torso from the side.
Oh, okay, yeah. So just as he had like moved out of the way of that green flame blade attack and was just coming back, he just finds himself moving right into the end of a lance. Just and he just chokes out and dies.
Yep.
You're able to just kind of get the body off.
Oh,
of
that
there.
was a very squishy noise you just made.
Yes, it was. Saved your buddy who nearly got himself killed.
And then I heal him.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Careful, the first 2 rows are splash.
You guys are able to. You're gonna immediately heal him. Okay, roll your heals.
I already did.
How much?
I rolled
9.
9.
He's full.
Okay, cool. So, those who need healies get the healies, and you guys, I assume, run.
I am taking. Yeah, I'm hopping on.
We're hopping off. If you're going to the water.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm hopping on Shellington.
we're
and
already
like,
on there, so.
You tell Shellington where to go. You watch him just running down the dry dock into
Great.
the water.
As that's happening, I'm yelling back, "Don't forget to pick me up on your way out."
I'm sorry, did you hear something?
Did you hear something?
Great. And then while I'm gone in the water, I'm going to take out the bag of holding, and I'm going to take out, like, let's say just a fair 200 gold pieces. I'm going to put it back in, and I'm going to put that back.
Okay.
So I just nonchalantly walk back towards the park, and then when I get close enough, I face step into it to just sort of disappear.
Okay.
Because I have a flair for the dramatic.
Apparently.
Okay.
Right.
So you don't even say anything. You just leave and
What are we gonna
into
do
the shadow.
about
Phase step.
the guy we did a bet with? The guy.
You got his money.
Well, you can still send him there
As
just
far-
for the fun of seeing a drunk guy
As
at
far as
3 a.m.
time
trying to
as
pick
far
up
as
a turtle.
time went, it is now 3:05.
He's probably there
Okay.
already.
Key's gonna follow him.
Okay, roll your stealth just to see, or are you letting him know you're going with him?
I'm just gonna watch.
Okay, roll your stealth just to see if you get noticed.
I've been thinking about that for a little bit. Like, wait a minute.
Well-
Me too.
It's not a 1, but it's not good. It's a 9.
Man, 9, seriously.
I'm not stealthy. I am handsy.
So you're not. For him, he doesn't notice you, but others definitely notice that you're kind of like sneaking around a little bit. They're paying attention, but
Right
since
next
you're
door.
not stealing, there's not a lot of people out on this road either. Like, it's mostly the town guards. And so they notice that you're kind of being a little weird, but they're also paying attention to the big guy walking out around the corner and wondering if maybe you're just either like they're prepared if you're set up to like rob him or just see what's going on, but they're not making a move on you. You guys, are you trying to come back unnoticed?
Yep.
Okay. All those who are trying to return to the Blade Hall, stealth checks.
Oh, we're being unnoticed. Okay.
I'm going back to the palace.
It's like the 4th.
Yeah.
25.
You're
It's like
probably
the 4th.
17.
20.
20, 25,
I got 17.
17.
I think it's 14.
14. These are good enough to not go so badly noticed that anyone suspects you, and some of you, there's no one even knew you were out.
I guess I'll go back in.
If you are wanting to pay attention to, like, to see what's going on or see
Bless you.
the remains of what happened, you guys, you would make it back too late for this, but you're watching what happened.
Mhm.
So, Ferenholt, he makes his way out there with the bag of rocks.
Oh no! I didn't give it in that.
Did you give him the money?
No,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I also didn't give him the bag of rocks.
That's what was there.
Oh no! I got this.
It's all your fault.
Technically, it's all their fault.
And he's looking around. He's like, "All right, where are you? I come to pick up turtle. I got money for you." Nobody's there. Where's turtle?
At least he's not
This
getting
is horrible joke. I don't like joke.
No,
Manual.
he just thinks
He throws the bag down. It goes. Poof, it opens. It's rocks. He's like, I hate you. I would be dead. Where's money? Where?
He's just walking back to the building just with a big bag of money.
He just.
guy.
Ah.
So drunk.
he just thinks it's a
It's
prank
just-
now. We had to go out and scream into the night. Where's the turtle?
He just leaves, kind of just. Oh, I hate them. And then after, like, he starts kind of sobering a little bit to it. He's like, who would ever think of turtle that big? Of course they were playing prank on me. There's no such thing as big a turtle like.
And next he just sees the turtle go dashing by. I need to drink less.
No, he needs to drink more.
Yeah.
He goes back in, and Key has been well entertained. You guys make it back to the guild hall.
We get instant payback for community.
Yeah. Where's Toto?
Yeah.
Where's money? I give him play-by-play. I'm sitting there at a table as he comes back in. Where's Toto?
Fanwold hears that, and he's like, who said that?
Who said that?
Oh, you think you're funny, man?
Bingo funny man.
You really are funny, man! I'm going to scream. I will squish you like puny bog if you do it again, though. Good job. I'm going to bed. He just makes his way off. The rest of you return and kind of catch that whole thing. You're like, oh. Yeah. You guys are able to get some rest, knowing that Shellington was safe.
A turtle you've never
Long
met
rest?
before is
You're
safe
gonna
because
get
of
a
your
long
efforts.
rest, but we will deal with this first here. So, yeah, I talked with the king about everything that you said, and he actually believed me more than you would have thought he would. He said that he's had the spies going out to that direction already, and there's been some bad things going on, but he's not sure how to handle it. Hopefully, it doesn't lead to any kind of war, is what he's saying, but he's hoping that we're able to make this weapon before it gets too bad.
Making some kind of deterrent against them would help out.
Right, and this is why he's planning on saying something about all of this before the sword is actually made.
Mm-hmm.
Don't speak a word of that to anybody, though.
Okay.
I'm not sure we should share this information with the rest of the party going. So I ask you that you don't go speaking about it.
I'm pretty sure they already heard me talking about my story already, but I won't tell them what the king is planning.
That's what I mean. I know they think you're crazy, so that's okay. But we're looking at something a little bit more dangerous than I ever thought it was going to be. So get some good rest tonight, and we'll be off in the morning, and hopefully not in the way of any kind of wars.
Unless I kill you in the morning.
Well, that'd be my job.
Oh, by the way, I thought that I would give this to you. The king told me to do it. He gives you a signet ring with the royal seal. He said since you brought back some kind of information that was so important, that maybe you'd be good to have out there, and maybe get into places that he can't go traipsing around in. Although, if you stink like you did when I first met you, I don't think anyone's letting you in any door, no matter what you got. Anyways, get some rest.
Okay.
We'll be up in the morning. So, that's the information you get there. You guys are able to get rested. Before you get full rest, though, like before you actually get to your rooms, there is that very similar little gnome.
Tip him.
Not on a panda this time, but just on foot, and he taps Shalia's leg about as high as he can reach.
So he's about eye level with me.
Yeah. You're pretty similar height. You're what, 3.5 feet tall?
About 4. I think I'm
About 4. Oh, he's like
Yeah.
half your height. He's like
so
2
I
feet
still have to
tall.
look down. Oh wow, I feel tall.
Yeah. So like literally, he's like almost tapping. Like he's just He taps you,
Ankle biters.
hands you a note, and just you watch him
Oh,
scurry off.
he doesn't even wait for a tip. Okay, bye.
What is this?
You gave him the bird as you walked away. He
What?
gave it back.
I didn't give him the bird. I just said I don't tip and then walked away.
I'm not tipping. That's what you
Exactly.
said. I'm not tipping. That's worthy of him just getting pissed.
That's fair enough.
You take the note,
Uh-huh.
and it says, "We have our eyes on you."
A lot of people do.
And just it's marked with Karst's mark that you've heard about.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much anyone who's ever received one of these notes knows they're dead.
Well, thanks for my turtle. I really appreciate it.
Just kind of fold the note up and kind of laugh at myself, like, but see how well he takes taking on a royal family.
I want the notes.
She folds it up, and he's like, "Key."
I'm also gonna try to get his note too.
At least they don't have their eyes on the cat that was with you.
Are you giving him the note?
Yeah, I'll give you the note.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go up to him and just.
I'm
He's not
underwater,
there, he's
dude.
underwater.
He's out there. I'm gonna.
I'm sleeping with the
That
fishes,
is a
quite
very-
literally.
That is a very soggy note.
Yeah.
No, I put it in the bag of holding. It's fine.
I want the handwriting.
I thought you returned the bag of holding.
Not yet, no.
Oh, not yet.
Oh.
I have to return that in the morning once
He
I'm...
knows what's up.
What?
Okay.
Mimicry
He's smart.
also goes into
Yes.
forgery.
Yes. So, you guys are gonna get some good rest. You saved the turtle.
Yes.
Sorry, quick question. Was there anybody waiting for me when I got back to the palace?
When you got back to the palace,
Yes.
Yeah. Someone being
there is
Okay.
one of the ladies, the one that was wearing the ruby necklace,
Okay.
is waiting at your door,
Okay.
and she's more sober than she was,
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
but relatively tired and just going,
So you just.
"I need you to keep your word." And she just comes after you.
Well, I hold the door open for her.
Always the gentleman.
And then she walks in, he shuts, locks the door magically, and walks away.
No.
Anyways, so that's
not
that.
how you get secrets.
Yeah, we will leave it there. In the morning, you guys will be making off. If you're planning on following them, I assume you probably will. Mr. Story.
Oh yeah, in the morning. In the
Mr.
morning,
Watcher.
I'm gonna be waiting at the gate.
Yeah. And hope you guys had fun tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this is Forgotten World Adventures. Hope you guys enjoyed the night. I can't wait for next week. Any words that need to be said before we shut down?
Episode 0 should be up on the YouTube channel tonight.
Oh, yes.
If YouTube hasn't hated me again, and I should be able to get this episode with it by before Friday. I'll try to get it up.
And I will share it all over Forgotten World Adventures page and on like every other place that I can as well, so that you guys will have a chance to look at it.
If they go to the Forgotten World Adventure section of the description of Mixer, there'll be click the title. It should be a link to the Facebook page.
Perfect.
Bobby, if you're still watching, thank you. If not, then fine.